Warm greetings from the High 10. Thanks for joining me. This is part two, State versus Darryinn Brown. I will be discussing what was discussed in my chat last night briefly. This is pertaining to theories that you all have pertaining to the backpack, the clothes, disguise, if indeed there is a disguise, if we are to say that Darryinn Brown is not the culprit, but perhaps the fall guy. Is there somebody else dressed as he or to mimic him? Everything's up for interpretation, your perception of what you have learned pertaining to this case. The evidence that has been brought forth by the state of Texas has brought forth DNA from the lab linking Darryinn Brown to Cash Gernon by way of blood from the victim, the 4-year-old child, which is blood on clothing, a hoodie, shoes, and sunglasses. Hello, Tanya. Thank you all for joining me. That will be the discussion this evening, which I know in this arena, it will veer off into other conversations, but I would like it to stick to the subject at hand pertaining to the evidence pertaining to the child. Do not use other YouTubers' names in my chat. Don't ask, don't mention anything about anything on another channel, what's going on another said network. I'm not interested. Thank you very much. Respect me, my chat, my mods. Thank you very much. Thank you, Junior Lee, for the super chat. And if you want to donate to the channel, the progress, the momentum of everyday shenanigans, $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. Thank you all so much. My lighting is a bit off because the overhead is kind of bothering me. I wasn't in the best spirit this evening, but I'm going to go ahead and do this live anyway and pray I can make it through without any interruptions or malfunctions. Thank you all for joining me. I will drop the link for you to give your opinion. But first, I'm going to bring to you what was discussed last night, and then I will drop the link and you can hit the link to give your opinion. Okay, first of all, the hoodie is up for discussion. Is it black? Is it white? Well, I did my own eye search with my focals, and you can see white from dark pertaining to Darryinn Brown. And I'm going to bring you that said commentary. Did Cam give Darryinn Brown the clothes he wore, if indeed we are to say that Cameron committed this crime? As I stated to you, it is public knowledge that Mimi Brown, the mother of Darryinn Brown, says in her commentary in the beginning of this horrific story that her son never left the house. So one would have to say, how could someone plant clothes in her house? Does she have an open door policy that people can come in and out? Or did someone give the clothes, if indeed it's not Darryinn Brown wearing the clothes in video 1 and 2, hey, homeboy, hold these for me? Is it actually a conspiracy? We all know about this death of this kid, but at the end, they did a grifter's move. They turned on homeboy and set him up for the kill, set him up to take the fall. It's that scenario we're looking at. Crystal made a comment last night pertaining to, oh, Lord of mercy, the suspect being in dark glasses. Why would he go in the dark with dark glasses to the scene of a crime? And indeed, were the glasses dark? Are we talking about actual prescription glasses, light colored sunglasses, or are they dark sunglasses? Because you all are bickering back and forth on which is which as far as what's white, what's dark, what's light, what's dark. What is the purpose of the backpack? What was in the backpack? What did the suspect need to carry in the backpack? But if we are to believe that this is Darryinn Brown, he has been seen on video surveillance wearing backpacks on his back during the ruse of breaking and entering and attempting to break and enter into vehicles in said manner. Why did he return the suspects in regular clothes in video 2? My clothes got dirty, bloody, video 1, in the crime. Why am I going back? This shows that a person has free will of thinking. He or she knows what he or she has done. So for me to return as the suspect, then that means I'm not that off, mentally challenged, underdeveloped, low IQ, schizophrenic. I have free will to think on my own and make rational decisions to, one, wear a getup, a disguise, to wear gloves, to wear glasses, to wear a mask, to wear a headband, to wear a hoodie. Then dispose of a body, then go lollygag somewhere on earth for 2 hours or more, and then return back to the scene of the crime to talk gibberish in a room over the other twin, which is Carter. Help the queen understand what she's looking at. Does Cameron and DB have had a relationship? Speculation has always been they knew each other, that they did. Then came Miss Sherrod's turn, that she knew of him, dealt with him in perhaps a personal and or sexual manner. That is up for speculation. No proof, no receipts. But we do know someone has come forward saying their child was allegedly an attempt was made at a kidnapping by Darryinn Brown. The said grandfather has ID'd Darryinn Brown as the suspect, which led to us finding out that Monica Sherrod had spoke on his behalf, which led to the man not pressing charges. So that has been revealed to the public. Miss Sherrod and Darryinn had a friendship, kinship, something, but no longer when she decided to flip the script on us and say, I didn't want him at my house, but didn't reveal knowing him personally in the beginning of this story. Did Cam and DB, were they friends? When you go to the comparisons of the videos 1 and 2, you will see who is believed to be Darryinn Brown wearing gloves, a backpack, and a hoodie in both the attempt on the car in the driveway and in that said bedroom where the kidnapping took place of Cash Gurman. But he only wore glasses at the Sherrod house during the kidnapping, but not in the driveway where he was messing with someone's car, attempting to open the doors. But you see him in getup, hoodie, gloves, shoes that mimic the same shoes in the video 1, same shoes. Some are arguing about the size. That one video looks like the feet are bigger, the feet look smaller. Any, mini, miny, mo. But one has to always remember the footage of the camera is going to probably determine what you see as far as foot size. Because we now know in the room that dresser was a little closer to that bed versus a camera on someone's house focusing on their driveway. The footage is probably farther. So the foot would look smaller versus close up in a bedroom, the foot would appear larger. Stay woke. In the picture of the driveway suspect, the pants are dark in that driveway video, but the hoodie is light in that same video. But in the bedroom stills, the pants are dark. So hoodie light in the driveway video. Speculations on what color the hoodie is in the videos. But you can tell the difference between light and dark when you look at each one side by side. So you all are bickering about color. One person says their camera shows everything in color, even at night. Someone says they put on all black, but their top looked white, but their bottom looked dark. Well, how would that help in a case if people needed to know the truth of what someone was wearing, either the victim or the suspect? Well, we're going to see. Just 1 second, please. Driveway picture. Hoodie appears light, pants are dark. Video inside the home looks like light pants and maybe a lighter sweatshirt. But the straps appear dark. So now that differentiates between dark and light. Shoes look similar. Feet look bigger in one video versus another. But as I state, you have to factor in the circumference of where the camera is versus where the person is actually standing. Backpacks in both videos. Hoodies in both videos. Similar shoes, backpacks, hoodies. Mask, gloves. Gloves in A, the driveway. Gloves in B, the children's room. But no glasses in the driveway, but glasses in the victim's bedroom. Gloves in both videos. Our suspect wore gloves. Sorry. Trying to blow it back up. Very interesting details. Now it won't pop back up. Hold on. I don't know. Well, that's what happens when you're doing social media. Sorry about that, you guys. Just trying to get a picture back up. Gloves in both videos. Backpacks in both videos. Mask in both videos. Glasses in the victim's room, but no glasses in the driveway. Why is that? Why would someone wear glasses in the dark when they're not wearing glasses in the dark in the driveway? So everything is up for speculation. You're entitled to think what you want to think until the state can prove yay or nay. Similar shoes in both videos, as you see. I asked a question about him breaking the camera at the one person's home outside. In that video, you will see him in looks like to be a blue backpack versus, I think, a darker color shirt, perhaps. I stand to be corrected. So we know that now the camera differentiates in color. So how your camera looks may not look like how Pookie's look at his house. So you can't compare your camera versus this person's camera. You can't compare camera footage at the crime scene of a kidnapping versus your camera, doorbell camera, Pookie's, and so forth. Kind of like the eyes. What I see, you don't see. What my camera shows, his or her camera may not show. And frankly, I wouldn't want a camera that doesn't show in color, period. Just saying. DB hits this camera angry. Why? Did he know something about the neighbor? Or did he do it because he didn't want to be detected? He goes to the scene. Uh-oh, they got a camera. I'm going to tear this bad boy down so they can't recognize me later down the road so I can avoid prosecution. Is that the reason? Because what we would like to see is, what did Darryinn Brown do after he hit the camera? You didn't show that. Whoever you are, hello out there. Did Darryinn Brown go forward with the act of burglary? You see, it's those things that matter the most. You're going to give me this video to show me he's a thug, then finish it out. Did Darryinn Brown break into your house? Did he break into your car, your shed? Or did he just walk up to your house and break your damn camera? And now we have to figure out, if anyone really cares, why you. Just saying, why you? Show me what Darryinn Brown did afterwards. Or you don't have any other footage or any other cameras around except for that one camera. And that could be the issue. So he can't show us any more footage because that was the only camera he or she had outside the house. Nancy, my favorite white girl from Oklahoma who visits us on the panel. Nancy said something that has most of us in question about this case. How did Darryinn Brown go full-fledged jump from thievery, burglary, lurking to kidnapping and murder of a 4-year-old? What happened to Darryinn Brown's mind frame? If we are going to believe he is this diabolical creature that snuffed out a 4-year-old. What happened? How do you go from burglary, lurking, snooping around, allegedly kidnapping 2-year-old girls, beating up their grandfather, and their grandfather don't put up a damn fight, which is strange behavior for a man, to invite the devil back in? I said that because you did that. And then when you see his name in bright lights for kidnapping and possibly murder, you get a reflection in your mind that says, oh, that's that kid that came in my house and tried to take my grandbaby. And then he finally got out of there. And then he comes back kicking and screaming and kicking my door. And I foolishly let him back in. Why did you do that? You see, you should have called 911. And perhaps a 4-year-old would be alive today, sir. You see, everybody failed Cash Garnett. Mother, father, caretakers, Miss Sherrod, the Dallas Police Department, that grandfather who didn't press charges. All of you could have saved a life, but you chose not to because you had something more important to do, such as fall off. Now everybody wants to act so concerned about Cash Garnett. But you see, you are a day late and dollar short. It's over with. He's gone. And only one's left behind. And we have to pray for that baby, that he doesn't end up in a really nasty situation later on. Amen. Thank you for joining me. This is Everyday Shenanigans. I'm going to drop the link. Lord, here we go with this cursor, I tell you. She just don't want to act right. Sorry, trying to get my cursor down. It's very possible a group of them committed crimes to get their necks fixed. Criminal, yes. Hold on one second. Hold on one second, you guys. All righty. Thank you all for joining me. Let me say this. My community posts, I post things on the community post for different reasons, different articles I see, videos, commentary. If I put something up on my community post that's positive, please do not go to that post with anything negative pertaining to a case I'm discussing. That's not what that post is for. I don't think I should have to tell you that, but I'm going to tell you anyway. So if there's something happy going on with the queen, or perhaps it's a storyline that's mediocre, neutral, I prefer you not comment about anything pertaining to this case or Cal City on those community posts. I have other posts on the community page pertaining to those said subject matters, and I prefer you post on those videos pertaining to that subject matter because it's rather disrespectful to post gossip and commentary about death on a happy post. Thank you. Well, not for all. Thank you all for joining me. If you want to join the panel, the link is in the box below. Got 112 viewing. That's my said commentary. You all discussed last night the issues of the hoodies and the different colorations of what you saw in each video of the driveway versus the crime scene at the house, at Ms. Sherrod's house. But as I state, once you really look at the said still side by side, as I just showed you, you can see white from white, light from light, light from dark, dark from black. Especially in the one that he's in the room, video one, you can see light to dark. The straps on that backpack, they're obviously dark because you can see the outline of stripes. Because you can see when he walks in, he has a backpack. And I want to thank whichever fan said that last night. that the backpack had black stripes. Amen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I'll show it one more time if I can blow it up. Oh, the steals of the driveway, attempt on the car versus the crime scene in Mr. Rod's house. Similarities of mask, glasses, no glasses, similar shoes, white to dark clothing, gloves in each video. So the perpetrator has an MO, similar shoes, gloves, mask, one video with glasses on, at the driveway, no glasses on. You can decipher this how you will. If this is indeed Darryinn Brown in the driveway footage, video 1 at Mr. Rod, video 2 at Mr. Rod. But the question also still comes to play. Why did the perpetrator come back the next morning with nothing on? No get up, glasses, mask, headband, gloves, just possibly a zip-up hoodie and pants. Amen. You be the judge. And another question. If DB is the perpetrator that broke the neighbor's camera, where you see him beating the camera and it looks like he has on a blue backpack in that video, which we now know that's a colored video. Why, if he knows the camera is in the bedroom of the children's room, why did he not break that camera? Stay woke. He's violent. DB is obviously violent. He can throw a punch. He can beat a camera down, but he wouldn't beat a camera in a bedroom where he's committing a ferocious, heinous, vile crime of kidnapping. I want to avoid prosecution, apprehension, but I'm looking in the direction of where we are assuming that was the camera, but yet he doesn't dislodge the camera. Can someone answer that for me? Thank you. Hello, MacBuck. How are you doing?
Hello.
Thank you, Junior. Hello, my sweet friend from Oklahoma.
Hello, honey.
Girl, you know I love you.
I'm not going to leave you hanging up there by yourself.
Guess what? It don't matter.
you know I'm going to come join you.
Honey, you know the queen is never alone.
Oh, well, I know that. You always favored in the high 10.
Well, thank you. Honey, we tried. But tonight's been a rough night. Well, I have to talk to you about tonight. It got a little rough for the queen. I thought I was going to get me attempted murder charge.
Oh, Lordy.
Lord. I'm trying to behave.
You might have had to bring Beverly out of the pocket.
Woo, baby, look, she tiptoed out.
She did?
She tiptoed out, but then she said, back up, because you're talking about them people on YT. You ain't trying to be a YouTube story. Look, back up.
You had to put her in timeout.
But let me tell you something about the queen. When the queen came correct, like it says in the scripture, they will bow their heads. Loud. But she was real diplomatic, because I guess she thought this heifer gonna whoop me in flip-flops.
She couldn't get away fast enough.
Flip-flops and a dress. A short dress is that. My house dress. Don't make me act a fool.
Oh, Lordy.
Come on with it.
Lordy.
Come on, what you got to say, Miss Nancy?
Well, I want to know where the backpack is for their evidence. I want to know where his pants are. What did he have a shirt on underneath that hoodie? Where's that? Where's the mask? I mean, there's just so much more. Where is all the other article of clothing that
Well, I'm
DD
assuming
was
they have all
supposedly.
that. Let's just go
Well,
here.
you know,
What? Because let's just go here before we get anybody add anything extra.
yeah.
Whatever Darryinn left in the house or whomever, I'm assuming they searched mighty wide and low and
Yes.
high to get whatever they had to get out of Mimi Brown's house pertaining to that night.
And they're only giving us a little snippet, just enough to satisfy the curiosity, probably.
Well, somebody says those clothes were left there by Darryinn. Well,
I'm not agreeing.
well, who got spelled
But
it right first? Okay, I'm doing it.
you know, I don't know. I stick with that's an awful big jump to go from
Well,
mayhem and foolishness.
I understand where you're coming from because that's where I have the problem. But I always say to myself that every crook, thief, murderer had to have a start. So maybe the lurking was a start.
True. He could make the jump.
You're peeping, that's a start.
Mm-hmm.
Peeping leads to I want to touch.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because you see, a rapist starts out as a peeper.
Yep. True.
It's kind of like, and don't disrespect what the queen's trying to tell you, but the queen is trying to help you understand a criminal.
Yeah.
You see, when you go to the store, like when I grew up in the city, they put stuff in the window on mannequins. And you stand outside the store and you say, oh, that's a mighty pretty dress. It's a beautiful dress. But how long can you stand outside admiring the dress?
Mm.
You
Mm-hmm.
You might walk by that window 3 times in a week looking at that dress. But something will drive you to go inside to look at the dress.
Mm-hmm. And feel the dress.
Yes. Now I want to touch the dress.
Feel the material.
Then I might want to put the dress on.
Yes, ma'am.
You might want to buy the dress.
Yeah. So he could have made the jump. He could have.
And that's the point. It all has a start criminality.
Mm-hmm.
You see, we've learned with serial killers, it starts with abuse of animals, starting fires, pornography, touching children and other people inappropriately, possibly exposing oneself. He's been accused of that, I hear, from certain avenues out here on the RooTube. Okay, bring me a receipt.
Miss Angie, it could have started when he was going to school in that home with that young sister. Maybe it could have started with a little touchy, feely here and there and worked its way on up. I mean, I don't know. That's just my speculation. That's just my thoughts. I mean, there's just so much that we can speculate on.
Well, that's the reason why it's called speculation.
Yeah, exactly. My opinion.
Because you don't know anything.
No, we don't. We weren't
only
there.
know what one person decided to tell us in the beginning, who we have learned to be a pathological liar.
Amen. Amen to that.
So now my brother is saying he's been tampered with. Perhaps. Because pedophiles, most times, were touched as children. That's why they grow up to touch children, because somebody taught them that it was okay.
It's a learned behavior.
And they don't get help to say, I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I want to do this. Even may know that this is wrong to be doing this. But if you don't seek help, then you continue on with the behavior, like any deviant behavior.
Okay. The vicious cycle.
But he had a start. And as I said, He's probably been doing lots of little nasty things.
Mm-hmm.
He just hasn't been put away. Juvenile, we won't know that because those records will be sealed. So who knows what our little Darryinn has really been doing?
And I agree with you. If that grandfather would have come forward a lot sooner, this may have been nipped in the bud a lot longer, a long time ago.
Yes.
And this wouldn't have had such a tragic end.
Well,
I mean, we can't see in the future, but maybe this wouldn't have.
My problem is what you allow.
Exactly.
You see, that's why the world is in the shape that it's in. It's because we as people tolerate BS from others. The law tolerates BS. The courts tolerate BS. Your mammy, your daddy tolerate BS. You tolerate BS from your friends, your neighbors, Pookie, Ray Ray, your landlord. That's why we always got something going on. Because somebody's scared to say something. Well, you know the queen. No, not I.
See some, say something.
Call a spade a spade.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's why we're in the shape we're in. Because don't nobody want to say nothing about nothing.
All you right.
do is cry and moan later, like now. Oh, they killed a baby. Oh, they threw a baby out in the street. But then all these walkie-talkies coming forward letting us know, well, the police wasn't interested in you pilgrims out there outside of Dallas. You know what they said? You're going to fend for yourself. You on your damn own with Darryinn Brown. You're going to have to do it gangster style. You're going to have to beat that boy over the head and show him who's in charge. But nobody did that. No vigilante style justice for Darryinn Brown. You see, nobody got gangster with him. Because maybe that's what he needed, was a swift kick to his tail. But if ain't nobody putting that belt to his bottom or reprimanding him, however you all believe in disciplining your children.
Lord knows there was enough adults in that neighborhood. There was enough adults in that neighborhood.
To do what, Nancy?
Like you said, put a swift kick to his bottom.
But people are fearful.
Yes.
Don't know if he got a gun, if he got a knife, pepper spray. I don't know.
That's true.
I ain't about to go to war with no tall kid. But see, sometimes you just got to buck up. Because that's why he's where he's at now. Somebody didn't buck up. He need his collar snatched right. Thank you for joining me. Not I said, duck if you buck. That's it. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me.
It's just a sad.
Hello, Jacqueline. How's everybody doing?
Sad case.
It's just sad, though.
It is sad. It's very sad.
Because that baby boy should still be here.
Yes, ma'am.
Just like so many other children who have been snuffed out by a stinking adult. These children should not be missing. They should not be dead. They should not have been beaten to sleep, starved to death. Some mangy mutt brought them here and just treat them like trash and then go run, cry, call the police and the ambulance acting like they walked up and just found their kid beat up. Oh, he ain't breathing. She ain't breathing. They ain't breathing because you just beat the life out of them.
Exactly.
Let me beat your tail. You know, that's what I like. Let me do you how you did that kid.
Karma gonna come back and bite their ass. Oops, excuse me. Come back and bite him in the butt.
Vito, I told you, I have not been on my live 40 minutes. Don't come in here with that. Don't come in here with that. I have mods who do my handiwork for I. And if I did it, I'll let you know. You all don't let me do my lives every live. Y'all come in jiggy.
Y'all down in the chat need to get
I
a
haven't
grip.
even touched the keyboard. Damn it. I mean, I can't do a live ever. Ever. Can't come in on a good mood with these people.
You got some trolls. Haters be haters.
I'll tell you what.
You got some good mods, so they'll take care of them. Well, it's going to be interesting when the rest of that evidence comes out.
Yes, indeed.
And that defense attorney, he's got a. Is he getting some help? Has he hired the defense attorney? He's not trying to do this by himself, is he?
I haven't heard anything.
Mercy me, he's got a full
plate. I'm sure there'll be some others.
Yeah.
I mean, he works for the law firm has other people that work there.
Oh, that's good.
So I don't think it's not a one-man show.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Hello, everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining me. Somebody
else is more than welcome to come up here and give some.
Air Force says he got a second attorney to help.
Oh, that's good. Because that's a mighty hefty burden. That's a lot to go through.
Well, 7, because these people want to do what they want to do. And when you call they bluff, then they want to get attitude and say you're mean, you're doing this. But this is my channel. I run it the way I see fit. Just like other people do what they want with their network. See, some people like that extra, he said, she said. But I can't afford for you to be mentioning other people's names in the chat because all it takes is the wrong person to misconstrue what you said and pass it along. And then here comes the he said, she said.
It's a bunch of buffoonery.
Right. Because people don't go back and repeat things as they were actually said. That's why we don't want you mentioning other tubers in the chat. Now, I will mention a tuber's name if I choose to. I can do that. You cannot.
She can give credence.
It doesn't need any explanation. And we've learned also from being on the road tube, it's not a good idea to really be mentioning anybody's name, whether you like them or not, as the creator. Because down the road, it can cause problems. Yes, Moon Rain. That's why they tell you don't repeat stuff. Your mama taught you that, didn't she? You put a "the" where an "and" was and an "and" where a "but" was. Then the story is never the way it was told to you.
Like that game where. So what about? It's like that game where the circle, and everybody goes around the circle, and by the time it ends back up to you,
the person just said yes.
And by the time it gets back to you, it's totally different.
It's totally different. That's right, because we all tell stories and we ad-lib a little bit. We add a little this. We put a cuss word in. We take a cuss word out. We put a but in there. We put a they in there. We put a he in there, a she, a Billy Goat, Monkey Joe, Billy Bob. Before you know it, you done wrote a whole book.
A Beverly did this and a Beverly did that.
Beverly shot the sheriff. No, she didn't. Beverly ain't got no gun. Yes, she do. No, she don't.
Beverly stunned this person and Beverly stunned that one.
Everybody saying the telephone. Right. Nobody rarely repeats a story the way it was actually told.
Let me hush so Sita can. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
Sita, thanks for joining us.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello, honey.
Yeah. First of all, I want to start off by saying that last evening I thought about when I said when I talked and I said I felt sorry for Darryinn. Mm-hmm. I felt sorry for Darryinn because I feel like he's been failed in so many different ways. Mm-hmm. And also his mom, his family, what about that support and all of that? No one's really talked about all of that. Was he getting his treatments and things of that nature? But that's a whole different side conversation.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I noticed in the picture that you showed is that, could you see the difference between the clothing that he was wearing at the fence was not so grimy than the picture, the clothing that he was wearing, allegedly wearing, in the bedroom where the crib was.
So
Those
what you
clothes,
trying to say? The clothes in the bedroom are more like loose, like mangy. What you saying?
they were more how
Let
how
me
can
look
I
at.
say, not up to date, not so classy, not
Okay.
clean.
Well,
They were more dirty
let
or
me go back.
dingy, if you get what I'm saying.
Okay. Well, let me pull it up. Hold on. Let me see.
That was one thing that I noticed.
I did notice the night one. There's some marks or something on the back of his pants.
Yes, I noticed
Right.
that too.
That's what she's talking about. Like they're
Yeah.
torn jeans.
Yes, like the
Yeah,
clothes were
That's
not
probably what
more.
I think they are. They're slits in the back.
Okay, all right.
Probably. Don't quote me, but probably. Well, what we need to do is find out the name of these shoes and how popular they are in Dallas, Texas among young people.
Correct. And then in the daytime camera, there was he had the boots on. And lastly, in closing, I wanted
What
to say,
boot? Wait, slow down, slow down. What picture with some boots on?
when he came in the room the second time during the daytime, it appeared that he had on boots. That's what I thought that I observed, but I could be
Okay.
wrong.
Somebody's saying the clothes were stained on the back.
Yeah.
Corliss, you didn't have your microphone on. You didn't. You were, I think, muted. Go ahead, honey.
I just want to say in closing, um, I want to know, would like to know. It'll come out later, maybe, the relationship with the grandfather and Monica. That he thought it was how what
Girl, you can't get it out because we already know.
who was she to validate? Okay, it was okay that you don't need to file a report because I know him and blase blase.
Yeah.
You're talking. Wait a minute. What kind of relationship did you
Well,
have with
that's
him?
what somebody already was screaming about the other week. Who is this lady to just talk to this man and say don't press charges against this kid?
But then you go to the community meeting and you file charges.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Very strange. Very, very strange. But that's all I had to say this evening. I don't want to take
Thank
up too
you
much
so
time.
much. No, you fine, honey. They ain't rushing to hit the link, so you are you are okay.
All righty. You have a great night.
You too, Nancy. Thank you. Cedar, thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. That was Miss Cedar.
Sorry.
No, that's okay, Nancy.
I had knocked myself out.
Tread, what they call, baby? Tread safe shoes. It was in the warrant. Tread safe. Man, y'all all up in these folk Kool-Aid. Y'all know the name of the schools and everything. Dang. Moon Rain, stop it. Sex is a resource that people will defend. Well, I ain't gonna defend you just because I got some goodies from you and you went out here and murdered somebody. I ain't about to be. Oh, I'm gonna ride or die with them because the sex was good. No, I ain't.
No, thank you.
It may not let nobody know that I got some good. Tell them I
No,
tell all my
thanks.
business for. Woo, girl, you slept with that fool. He's a murderer.
Ain't nothing worth that.
Golly, come on now. Ooh, ratchet. Ooh, yeah, he did 8 drive-bys. We used to kick it. Oh Lord. Like, eight. Just go look, just tell everybody. Ooh, girl, he on death row, girl. William, stop it. Girl, he on death row, girl. Ooh, girl, I remember we used to kick it, girl. Ooh, girl. You may not want to tell everybody that. I have no idea, Jennifer.
This poor
No
child.
idea. Not Al, what you talking about?
This poor child.
Do not mention other YouTubers in my chat. We're not gonna tell you again. I don't want to hear anything about nobody. Just don't want to hear it. Causes problems. You don't know the code name. That means you can't play the game with us.
I did watch an analysis this evening, and it was very enlightening.
And what did you learn?
I learned to be very perceptive.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, like what, Nancy?
Like, look for the unseen.
Such as
look at the whole picture.
the whole
Look
picture.
for the whole picture. Look for things
So
that
what?
maybe.
So enlighten us.
Enlighten.
How about this? What have we missed in this story?
What did I see?
What did I miss? What did we miss?
What did you miss?
What did we all? Yes, ma'am.
Well, what I missed was paint cans that had moved in that nighttime video.
Well, you know, Crystal already called that a week ago.
Well, I was not privy to that. Video.
You ain't heard Crystal go on and on about them paint cans?
No, I'm sorry, Crystal.
You honey. Crystal been on them paint cans, honey.
Well, I wasn't really paying attention. Go see, that's what I'm saying. I wasn't paying attention to some things.
Because that's what we do as humans. We look at certain things that possibly somebody else pointed out, but not everything in the room or in the picture. Just
that's right.
To us all the time. But I always say start at the beginning because that's where your answer. That's where your answer is going to be to the story.
That's what you preach.
What you're looking for. Yes, always look at what was told to you. Look at what was not told to you. Look for discrepancies in a story. Look at who's aiding the person, who ain't aiding the person.
That's what you say. Always from the beginning. Go back to the beginning. You always say that. And them curtains was moving. No. I'm not talking about behind. I'm not talking about any of that.
Okay.
I was just really paying attention.
So you mean like curtains were moving? Help me out.
The back curtains were moving when they shouldn't have been. They weren't at one point.
So what you trying to say? Somebody was in the room?
No, not necessarily, but just like all of a sudden they started fluttering, and it's like, what? The air conditioner in on?
Could be because she could have floor vents.
Could be.
An old house could have floor air conditioning vents, not like newer houses where vents will be in the ceiling.
I saw bugs flying across the screen when it was slowed down. I'm like, ooh, didn't notice that before.
Oh, not no flying roaches. Bye, Queen. I'm dead.
I'm telling you. There was one that flew across one way, and then when the blanket was picked up, there was another one that flew across the other way. And I was like, oh, didn't notice that.
Well, guess what? The room is off a garage that's really non-functioning. Who's to say that's how they're getting in? Travel. You understand what I'm saying? They could be traveling in through that garage. It's a non-functioning garage.
I mean, it was just really enlightening. It was just really
okay. Not acid, central air.
Yeah, just really sharpening your skills.
Okay, Jennifer says, but would any vents be in that add-on? Exactly, but that depends on who put the added room on. If it was like that when she got it, could be. See, you don't know. Because naturally, I'm not going to build a house, add an extra room onto a house, and not have no vents built in to where air can connect from the main house to this, which we would call, with her case, an outhouse. Girl, now that don't you start about that's the east wing. I'm dead.
Yeah. See, I can't see the chat, or I'd be chiming right on in.
Showing out.
They showing out.
All right.
You know, there was a air. You know, it was a window unit. So I mean, but no fans on the ceiling.
Slow down. What you mean a window unit? Where you get that window unit?
There's a window unit in that room. Up on the wall.
Yes, it is. Yeah, to the top.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And there ain't no fan blades on the ceiling fan. It's just, I just started noticing all these little bitty details that I really hadn't paid attention to before.
Let's just go on and call a spade a spade. That room was not used. Come on, Queen.
No, it was not meant for a bedroom. Come on.
No, that room was not used. They woke.
No, it was a makeshift throw together.
Why would I have a bed in a room? I don't give a damn what kind of bed it is. It could be a cot, a blow-up mattress. Why would I put anything in there that resembles lying down with no functioning blades, air? So one would have to ask themselves, hell, did the air conditioner work?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Because that's the point of a story. You don't know anything. You're just looking.
That's right.
Like you're wading in the water, waiting to see what's going to pop up. Starfish, alligator, shark. What?
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't know. Well,
and to me, that whole area should have been.
Thank you, Jessica. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That whole area should have been just completely blocked off. They shouldn't have been letting any.
Yeah. 14.
Yeah. Well, and when they were coming in there to whatever retrieve or the little leaked out FBI thing, that should have been all blocked off. There shouldn't have been anybody going in and out. That should have been completely everything removed. Since they'd had a suspect come in there, they should have had booties on their feet, and they didn't. For any kind of DNA or anything, because they clearly saw the suspect walking on the carpet.
Yeah.
So, couldn't he have had something on the bottom of his shoes?
Somebody's saying the door in the room led to the backyard, according to Monica's baby daddy. Well, then that means a stranger could come through there. He could have came through there. How I know? Because he likes peering in people's backyards. So imagine. See where I'm going with that?
Could have come through the window. Why did he have to come through the garage?
Who's to say he didn't use that door? Because that door, I'm thinking, would be over there, like I'm pointing over there.
Yeah.
And when he came like this way, and the door would have been over there. Because that door sits across from the armoire, the brown armoire.
Mm-hmm.
One with the doors on the armoire.
It's on camera.
So the door is opposite than the door coming from the glass doors.
Mm-hmm.
The opposite directions.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty much almost on camera.
Hello again.
That's okay. How you doing, baby?
Was the analysis leading or
Tracy, I don't know what was said and not said. That's why I keep trying to tell people I do not pay attention to everything you all are saying, and I do not always block you. I have mods to do that. Oh man, how many times we keep discussing this? Wow.
You just need to hold up a paper sign. Read the signs.
No, what I'm getting ready to start doing is upload my content the old way, like I used to.
Lord,
then I won't be able to talk.
And it won't be no live. It won't be no conversation. It won't be no arguing. It won't be nothing. You won't have no comment. You'll just either look at the video or go watch Netflix. That's all I'm saying.
These people need to get a grip down in the chat.
Because really what you all don't seem to understand is this takes up my time sitting here, getting a source, finding the best information, reading it to you, playing the audio, showing you pictures if I can, reading my commentary, dropping the link, paying for the link, waiting for you to come up, 1 hour talking, you still don't hit the link. Then the lives go on to 3 hours because it took you 2 hours before you decided to hit the link. And then all you do is come in complaining, moaning, bitching, talking about Pookie, Ray Ray, Shamiqua, who didn't do this, who had a hoodie on, hoodie y'all, why you do this, why you block me? Baby, I could be in my bed sleep.
Mm-hmm. They're just down in the chat, chit-chatting, instead of coming up and giving their opinion.
Okay, Miss Cedar, come on.
No, I was just piggybacking off what Nancy was saying, that I watched the analysis as well. And I was, my thought process when he, I forgot. But was the analysis leading us to, wow, Jesus, I forgot what I was getting ready to say. Lord. And
I'm sorry.
Miss Angie. Girl, you waited too long.
Gracie, you all right, honey? Everything's good.
Give me a minute. Hold on. Let me collect my thoughts. Go ahead and start talking.
Well, speak up a little bit, because I got this ghetto air conditioning.
Oh.
I got Monica's air conditioning coming from my kitchen.
I know what I remember why.
I can't even hear it.
Can you hear me now?
I'm turning my mic off.
Can you hear me now? Miss Angie, can you hear me now? You laughing at me. I know I'm funny. I'm a character. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Was the analysis now I forgot again. No, leading us to believe that the room was staged for the setup to happen.
Yes, because I think a lot of people are alluding to that fact.
Yes.
Because sometimes y'all hearing is a little better than mine. And when you all were saying a comment or saying something about that night, for that night,
yes,
the children were in that room.
Correct.
Because we can honestly say, how am I word this? It appears to be a makeshift room, because it doesn't have any direction or any. You understand what I'm saying? The room has no direction, because once you look at a baby bed that's housing two twins, then you have paint cans on the wall.
Right.
It's just misleading that this is a child's room, and it's not appropriate, because it's just not something I would have in a room where I got my kids or somebody's kids.
No, and for the manner of time that the kid allegedly was in that makeshift room.
Yeah, a couple of months.
Then the father said in his statement that Monica had only had those children 2 weeks prior to the abduction or to the alleged.
Wait. Slow down. Who said that she had them for 2 weeks? Huh?
The father posted on his Facebook page that Monica had only had the children in the home for a couple of weeks prior to the crime.
Well, see, that's why I brought you all content. That's why I was bringing sourcey.
That's why I got that from.
One article will say, let me get it right, 1 week.
1 week. It was
the next. Okay, but listen. One article says 1 week.
Okay.
Then the next content I bring you says a couple of weeks. So this is why I said, which is it? Is it 1 week?
Or is it 2?
Or 3 weeks?
3 weeks.
Her father, you can go to it right now as I speak. For those of you that love the lie book, you can go right now and look it up. And he says a couple of weeks before child died.
Yes.
But an article I brought says he left 1 week. I said, well, wait a minute, how he left a week?
And a statement of that degree, why is that man still walking the streets? Why?
Which one, Trevor?
No, the father.
Oh,
where did you
Mr.
get your
Pinkerton.
information from?
Yeah, Mr. Pinkerton. Exactly. Yeah. He's a vile man.
Yeah.
To put something like that out on that child.
He should have never done that. To say that about a child when we don't know anything yet, because we hadn't even got the results from the lab, or the medical examiner hadn't released the autopsy results. So you know that's just foul.
That's vile.
So do
that was really so not cool. Yeah.
But see, that's when you know these people are not in it for the right reason, bringing forth information. They're clout chasing. I mean, there's just no other way to look at it.
They really are
disrespectful.
Very disrespectful.
And I did say in closing, I was going to say the camera. You asked that there was in the analysis, or even why in the daytime when DB allegedly walked in the room and he looked over where the camera was standing and he should have not missed that the camera was there, right?
Well, if you look at the video, it looks like he's looking in that direction. So one would have to ask himself, what is it in that direction he's looking at, except for the glass doors?
Right. So if he was
or that dresser with the cameras on it.
So if he was so violent and a raging person, if he came back to do some type of harm, why didn't he destroy that camera? Why didn't he do anything to it? Why didn't he take it?
He's good about destroying cameras.
Right. He has a past about. Am I making sense to you, Miss Angie, or have I confused
Say
you?
what? Speak up a little bit, but I don't know why this
Have
volume.
I confused you? Did you hear what I said?
No, what it is, I'm looking in the chat. I'm looking at some of these people. You know,
Oh,
the
I'm
misery
sorry.
in the room.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And I want to address something somebody is saying, because see,
Yes.
now this is really got my head spinning now. Okay, I want you all to think about this for a second. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
It said the knife and tissue was in the bathroom, so he killed baby in house. Nobody's heard him screaming, and why would he leave knife and bloody tissue? Makes no sense. That's from Baby Girl. So, what you all think? He killed the child in a bathroom. That means you're walking around this house as if nobody's going to get up. Come on now.
When I heard that was, I gave it no merit because it was little to nothing to back it up
What
with.
are you saying?
A piece of toilet paper.
Yeah.
With lots of blood on it. I mean,
I don't even think it was a lot, because the way I heard it a while ago, it wasn't enough to draw attention for them to say it was a lot of blood on tissue paper.
Correct. And so I get
it could be anything.
It could be anything. It could have been anybody. So many
Somebody,
people in the house.
It could be
anybody. Too many people in the house.
In the house.
Things
at
DP's
house.
You know, it could have been coming from cutting vegetables up or anything.
And then we don't know how many people live in DB's house for the tissue paper. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. And his own.
And we haven't heard that DNA came from the tissue paper. Just that child's blood was on sunglasses, shoes, and a hood.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and I gave, me personally, I didn't give it any merit, so I don't know about how Nancy feels about it.
No, I didn't give it merit either, because it could have been his own.
Correct. Or hey, could have been Monica's for all we know.
Well, and as someone is saying in the chat now, when you look at video number 2 versus 1, I mean, they are really night and day. 1, I'm contemplating, but yet I'm going there to kill a kid. If we're going to believe Darryinn did this, I'm going there to kill a kid, but I'm hesitating. I'm looking over here like there's a camera. Now number 2, I'm coming in that jig. Yay!
Taking my time.
Pop-Tart time.
Mm-hmm. He hesitated way too much in video 1.
Make it make sense, even if this is Darryinn Brown. Now, so one could say there ain't no sense to be made. He's crazy. He's cuckoo. Right.
And I've been cuckoo in the past to take down cameras, and I look right at one, and I just committed a crime a couple hours ago, you know. And I'm just going to leave it sitting there. Come on now. Make it make
sense. The link. Like you got something you want to ask the queen of the chat? Hit the link. That's what the link's for.
Right.
And I'm looking at the window, and I'm looking at the ceiling. And I'm not familiar with this room. Yeah. That's what threw me off.
And when you look at it, it's like I said, I'm not trying to take away from the state's evidence by no means. But I have to use my better brain, which is the brain that got the MTV Cribs tour.
Mm-hmm. And he keeps saying they were in that room that night.
Yes.
That room that night. Well, why were they in that room that night?
I'm just trying to look at going through the kitchen. First of all, broke garage that I had to have knowledge of.
Mm-hmm.
Doubt I didn't know it because allegedly I've already been in the house. So I already know it's messed up. I know that door's messed up. I didn't go through the kitchen. Then I go through the glass door. Then I go look at the kid and stir at him like I'm an alien. Help me understand. Okay.
And then the next morning, you can hear the glass door opening. So he goes, talks to Carter, and then he goes through the glass door because he can hear it opening.
Ooh! There's always that one person. Oh my God, I can kiss you right now. I can kiss you. I can kiss you.
Who are you talking to?
Tracy. I can kiss you, honey. Why you go clean up to go back and kill again? Shut your mouth. We ain't never, and look, we all just kept questioning why go back, why go back, why go back. It's daylight now, too risky. But you right, I wouldn't change my clothes. I wouldn't change my clothes to come back. Could be caught to take another kid.
Yeah, makes no sense.
Why not keep the same damn clothes on? I'm jigging up to walk up in your house. I just walked up in your house and took baby number one. Went and killed them, disposed of them, however it went. Then I come back, it's daylight, and I done changed my clothes. Like you said, if I kill this kid, I got to change again. Lord have mercy. Come on, Tracy.
Angie, Miss Angie, I'm reaching now. I mean, I am really reaching. I'm going to be very transparent. In that second video, what Darryinn came back in that room, the clothing that he had on, that checkerboard shirt, those pants, and those boots, compared to that picture and other pictures that we've seen of Darrynn's clothing, did not look like anything Darryinn commonly would wear. His dress style, the style of his dressing, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I got you. See, that's the whole point, you see. With true crime, it ain't supposed to make no sense. Just keep it true.
Okay.
Right, baby girl, right. You're going to go commit a murder and you're going to be standing around. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. Da, 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 da. Why? Yeah. You already contemplated before you got to the house. Yeah. You up in the wee hours. Everybody know, like the old folks say, black old folks say, ain't nothing good after 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
You go in, get it, and get out.
So you know what you went to do when you went there.
Yes.
Her house ain't next door to yours. It ain't even across the street from yours. So you went there, however you got there, to walk to this child's house, to kill this child, go through this broke up ass house to kill this child, how you take them out, and they just rain. I still have not Googled the temperature of Dallas, Texas that morning. I need to Google that because allegedly it was raining. I don't know if we're talking about pour down rain or drizzle, sprinkle.
Did he look wet?
It's still in the wee hours. You still could have been caught in that girl's house. I don't care what nobody say, man. Come on.
Do we know if it was raining at that time when he got there? When
well, that's what I'm trying to say. I have not Googled yet the time. Somebody Google it, please. So we can talk about it. We can talk about it more.
And when Cameron did his walkthrough, when he opened up that garage, he made a statement that it's usually chained. Okay, it wasn't changed that night. When you opened up that gate, you could clearly hear that noise. That noise would have awoken someone if not been the children. Okay, and then go ahead. I'm sorry, Nancy. Go ahead.
No. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, I'm finished. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say,
May 15.
Information on those cameras said it sends a notification. So my question is, did they get a notification and that's what prompted the 911 call at 6 something in the morning?
Well, wait, say that again. Notification. Who got notification?
Those cameras, the information on those cameras that they had in their house lists that they get notifications. So did they get a notification when that camera went off that morning that there was supposedly burglars or whatever, and then they were like, ooh, maybe we should call, and that maybe was what prompted them to make that 911 call at 6 something in the morning? You know what I'm saying? When they originally
possibly,
because that was one of the descriptions on the type of camera that they had that they could that was purchased. That type of camera can be purchased from Walmart.
Was it raining Dallas, Texas, morning of May 15th? Sorry, I didn't want to hear. I didn't want to pay back to hit my Google while y'all talking.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
Because what I'm saying, it was raining. that morning? That person in that video don't look wet. I'm just saying. And if they don't look wet, that means they got there by a vehicle.
Oh, why is it not showing it? Come on.
Because their clothes would be all stuck to them.
Mm-hmm. And also, when Cameron was doing that walkthrough and he got to the kitchen part, he showed when he was explaining how
he need too much.
DB allegedly walked through the home. When he got to the kitchen, approaching the kitchen, his hands came down as if like the baby was cradled in his arms. He held his arms out as if his arms was being cradled. But the night vision camera showed that DB put the baby out to an extension.
Yeah.
You know,
there's just too much information he let out.
Yeah, he did.
I'm doing what I want to do.
Wonder if you typed in weather patterns for Dallas.
I'm trying to do it now. So wait a minute, I gotta go back. Gotta go back May. Then I gotta go May 15.
I wonder if you were more specific and typed in the address.
That's what I'm doing now.
Oh, gotcha.
From May 15th to June 14th, view data. It's loading it up now. Let's see.
Because that just makes me wonder. If them clothes wasn't wet.
And where is this friend that's supposed to have been videotaped this?
Exactly. We've all questioned that.
Right.
And why ain't he arrested?
I can't find it.
It's not coming up, Miss Angie.
I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm just. It's got overview. It's got grid.
There should be.
But I don't see the actual date. What is that? It probably was Mr. Pinkerton himself recording it. Oh Lord. Dear God. I'm gonna have to go back in. I don't know. This thing is not working. So.
Can like Air Force, I started to say Air Force One, the old name. Can Air Force 5 or that was just my thought process, because if that suspect doesn't look wet, then he got there by vehicle in that nighttime video. It's just too bad that the video is kind of grainy.
I won't bring up the date. That's the problem. Y'all be nice in there. 14, 10, May 5th. Let's see. What's the 15th? June.
I wonder if he did, like, I don't know what
I
the
don't know
beginning is.
how to do this. This thing is
I
weird.
wonder if he did the beginning of that week to, like, from Sunday to Sunday. Or
I'm trying to. Usually, I don't have these problems going in Google to pull up stuff. Everyone's different. I don't know. Okay, somebody in the chat said they had a lot of rain that morning. That's what I thought. But I like to see it for myself because people like to argue a lot, bicker. So I like to bring a source.
I wonder when it started.
But why work the skies at night? Why leave all the evidence in your room? Yes, I was gonna get to that. So he was able to set up the whole crime at 18, but forgot about hiding the evidence. Amen. I'm gonna go through all this trouble about the sky. See, that's why I said you gotta stay woke. You're gonna say he was okay with this, but sloppy with this, which we know criminals do this. But if I got enough sense to wear the skies, I got enough sense to dump them clothes in a dumpster somewhere. And preferably not a dumpster near my house because police will do at least 5-10 mile radius for dumpsters. It's common sense. I don't find the clothes at your house. I'm checking the dumpster. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
You live near the strip mall. I'm going in the strip mall I'm getting ready to dump them dumpsters. You live in the alley. Your house got an alley behind. I'm going through every dumpster in the alley. That's how they caught one person. They looking for a woman. Well, guess where they found her? In the dumpster across at the other person's house. Shut up. Dumped the whole body in somebody else's dumpster in the alley, in their garbage. They didn't even have the nerve to take it down 5 doors down and put it in the damn the dumpster belonging to somebody else's house. If the lady was jogging or walking that morning, it would have been raining, right? So, right, because she didn't say it was raining. Okay. I believe DB had another pocket knife on him when he was booked. Thank you all for joining. Thank you, Cedar, for being up here. I don't know.
Well, my curious question is, if it really was raining, so let's say from midnight till, I don't know, or 2 in the morning till
maybe we should
5.
ask Mike. You know every damn thing going on.
Ask who?
Mikey.
Mikey. Yeah, exactly. We need to analyze that video or, whatever, then, because those clothes would have been sticking to somebody.
Guess what? They would have been a hot mess.
Yes, exactly. That suspect's
nasty,
clothes.
Stinky, sweaty, bloody, all that.
And the suspect's clothes, when he would have went in there to retrieve poor little Cash, would have been sticking to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Unless he was in a vehicle and didn't walk.
What y'all talking about? What was the weather in Dallas, Texas, May 15th, early morning? Everything but what I'm damn asking for.
Of course.
Just giving you the basic stuff of how many days it rained and all that.
But it's not giving you the time frame.
Yeah, it's not giving me the exact date. Just that, sunlight, shortest days of the month. That's it.
It's not giving you the weather pattern.
Yeah, I don't know why. And I've typed it in directly. That's what I don't understand. 3 to 7 inches of rainfall in May, half of the time, it says. It's very strange.
I guarantee you that's going to come out. Because that's going to be a good question.
Usually, you ask a question in Google, it should have, I don't know,
a direct answer.
Yeah, but Google's funny anyway. It takes you around and around sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It says Dallas gets thunderstorms more frequently during May than any other month.
It's in Tornado Alley.
Let me go back. I'm going to hit this May month and see what it shows. It just keeps talking about the percentages. It's just not giving a date. All I know is it's showing it's the rainiest month. That's all I'm saying. That's it. So this thing won't give a date.
Well, dang it, Google, we need more
specific. You keep hitting the month of May, but it doesn't bring up like a chart to show you the days in the month of May.
We need more specifics.
Then when I hit rain, it still goes back to the same thing. 10 days of rain. That's all it shows. 4.9 inches. That's it.
Well, we know it rained that day, but we were wanting to know.
Yeah, that day. But it's saying that May is the rainiest month they've had.
But we want to know when it started.
Mm-hmm. Very
what
odd.
Time?
I don't know.
Because in the daytime video, DB didn't look wet.
I don't know, Jay. We don't know about all that stuff. See, everybody's just assuming stuff about cameras and motion lights and all that, man. To keeping it real, you're not going to get that information because Shawinski ain't about to tell you nothing. I can tell you that. You have to wait till the trial to get all that. They're not going to tell you nothing. So that's the thing about these stories. Nobody's going to tell you anything. You can talk to your blue in the face. So that's basically all we're doing is assuming. They're not going to tell you nothing. Nobody's going to tell you nothing. These people don't care. Edward, stop it. It's just a date, honey. Nothing more. Somebody says 81 degrees and partly cloudy. Okay. Not out. Nobody in the story. That's it. I ain't gonna rack my head about the temperature. In the end, it's still it really don't matter if it rained or not. That's just something to add on to the story.
Right. Just more evidence.
It's just a bunch of bull. This boy is just damn crazy. He's so
more questions. He's
so adamant to kill this kid. But he gonna leave evidence behind in his house, such as his clothes. Like you said, think about it. I'm gonna go on foot to kill the boy. Take him on foot to kill him, dispose of him. All that. Everything's on foot. From getting there to leaving. And then, let's say it was raining. Excuse me. Another hassle to deal with. This is crazy. But like I said, in the end, it could be all Darryinn Brown. Rain, no rain. Sleep, no sleep. It's
Could
crazy.
be.
Why? Because in the end, we're gonna believe he did this. What is the motive? You can go argue all day about the size of his foot. Well, these shoes, the shoes he wore over here in the driveway in this person's house, and why he peeping over here, and when did he do this, and what's the relationship between him and Miss Sherrod, and what's the relationship between him and Miss Cameron, and
If it comes out.
Still, why did he do it?
Right. And if it comes out in the trial and everything is proven that DB, in fact, did this.
Tracy, who was asking that question? He would know whose child it is because his child is mixed. Cameron's child is mixed. Them children are pure white.
Mm-hmm. Without a doubt, DB did this. If it comes out in the trial, without a doubt, and all that, and yada, yada, yada. It still goes back to day one. Them children shouldn't have been there.
That's the point. Yes. Amen. I just don't believe the boy did this alone. Someone was either helping or set up. Just my opinion. That's Sassy Ace. Okay. Okay, Lisa K. Hey, ain't what you want. I don't take nobody's word for nothing. I like a source. I bring my fans a source. Because people like to argue information. So therefore, if I bring them a source, they can go to that same source and view it for themselves.
People don't get crunk down there in that chat.
Okay. Well, how about this?
You done got crunk.
Now talk.
There you go.
Like you telling me something. You all some rude ass people I've seen in my life. You entitled to your opinion about whatever. Hell, if you think it was snowing May 15th, whatever. Damn. You trying to tell me what the hell was going on in Texas? I don't know because I wasn't there.
That don't have to be rude.
Sorry. Hey, guess what, Goofy? I didn't get an invitation to a murder. Missed out on that one.
Those children should have never been there.
Yeah, God. What's wrong with you people?
Rude.
You just think because you go in somebody's chat and you tell them, well, I know for sure that it was this, or this. That means nothing to me because I'm not a bobblehead and I don't believe everything people say in the chat. It is not to make you have to be a liar. I need a source.
Were they there? So how do they know for sure?
Let me tell you something, Katie. I could call him a white kid because he is a white kid. He was a white kid kidnapped in a house by a black man. What's racist about saying he was a white kid? He is white. He was white. His brother's white. The people in the house were white.
I'm white?
Yeah, I'm racist. Yeah, I can show you what a racist is. You don't know what a racist is, honey.
I don't think she's racist at all.
Look, you ain't got to explain nothing to these goofballs in here.
Jesus,
I say what I want on my channel. This is my channel, and I can say whatever I like to say. And because I identify the child as white, well, he is white, and he's kidnapped allegedly by a black man. What's racist about the fact that he's actually white? What you want me to say? He was an Indian kidnapped by a black man?
These people are getting crunk.
No, they just ugly.
Yeah, they are.
You keep working for Mikey. See if Mikey pay your rent this month.
Exactly, Queen. Preach it.
Katie Ellen.
I think from somebody from that
done got up in my Google and screwed up my stuff too. I had to go through there and fix all my stuff.
Well, they're ignorant. Gonna get mad, gonna come here at night too, worried about because I called a boy white. Well, he is a white boy. He's a white child kidnapped by a black man. What you mean?
Oh.
I don't sugarcoat nothing over here on my channel.
Good Lord.
You people just go on and on, day for day, running over here to this channel. I don't know why you're so fascinated with this black woman. You obviously fascinated with a black woman. You keep coming over here trolling. So you like black folks, something. Why you think you want to call somebody racist? You stay over here worrying about me saying the kid was white. Why he's white? What's the secret? You don't want nobody to know that the boy's white?
Oh.
Okay, Air Force said it didn't mention rain. Okay, that's my point. I like to have a source when I bring commentary to my channel. Because there's always going to be somebody who's going to argue the point that you're making, even with the source. And you people are so ignorant. Worried about what I'm saying on my channel. I would describe a black man as black. Ting.
Ting, ting, ting.
You Arabic Jew. If I want to call you a Jew, I'll call you a Jew. If you black, I'll say that black man. If you white, I'll say that white man. That's my preference. Queen, I'm black. You had no idea? I think a lot of folks know I'm black. I tell you what, since you want to be smart, I'm going to zoom in. Why don't you worry about that white boy acting like he black, Mr. Cameron Maury? Ting. Because had I been listening to him on the radio, I'd have thought that was a black boy talking about a dead white baby.
You are a beautiful black woman.
You sound stupid coming over here with that nonsense when a white man sitting up there perpetrating to be a black man talking about a dead white kid.
Yes, ma'am.
You ain't worried about him having a baby by a black woman. Won't you talk about that? You want to infiltrate the chat? Won't you talk about why Curly Top likes brown sugar?
Oh, preach it.
Got him a straight Oreo for a kid. Yeah, I said it. See, y'all focus on the stupidest stuff in these cases. But you ain't said nothing about him liking old sugar mama. Old black sugar mama.
Taste of the deep south.
Sound crazy. He's sitting up here with a black woman and a mixed baby, and you sitting here worrying about me describing a dead child as a white kid. Well, he is white. He's a white kid who got murdered allegedly by a black man.
Yes. Those are the facts.
How the hell is that racist? I can tell a story right now and never mention a race. The first thing somebody come in and say is he black? Is he white? Is he this? Is he that? And I tell them, what's the secret? They're gonna find out anyway.
Those are just the facts.
So why am I gonna lie and say, well, no, I don't want to tell you what race they are because I don't want you to think I'm racist.
Oh, good Lord.
Damn, you all some miserable people. You're just like the people in the story. You're unhappy. Go to bed. Don't you got to go to work in the morning? Carry your racist ass to damn work in the morning. Go to bed. Just make sure you don't fall on nobody's neck with your knee with your racist ass. How about that?
Y'all people need to stay woke. It's just the facts. She's just relaying the facts.
Well, guess what? A white baby dead from Dallas, Texas. And a black man's accused of killing him. Take it or leave it.
Yes.
Woo, night out, don't start.
This is true. And his poor white twin is left alone.
Yeah, that part. Don't nobody care nothing about the color of that baby or Darryinn either. The point is, a 4-year-old was viciously murdered. See, that's what you should be focused on. It's the truth and get into the truth. Because I don't really care that Darryinn is black. I don't care that the child's white. I won't explain that to you or nobody. The point is, there's a kid dead. And there's a kid accused of killing another kid.
Yes.
That sound better to you?
Probably not. Not to them. Ooh, come on, Night Owl.
Hey, Nancy.
Hey, baby.
Girl, you know they said we're racist over here, baby. They been hitting me all night with it message.
I can't
love
see it.
I know you can't. Well, child, this the Klan meeting.
I ain't worried about. Look, they work for the Klan.
I know.
I know your Paul wear cone hat and all that, and a pointy top white hat. I ain't going with all that. Better worry about that foolishness. Matter of fact, I'm gonna mute myself out here. I'm a little parched.
Well.
Night Owl you can guide them.
You go get you some refreshments.
I sure am.
You go.
Sure. And look, and might get a hot tamale and a potato chip. Can I do that in my own house? Because I forgot I had to get permission.
You don't need
permission if I get parched or need a restroom break.
Well, you don't need permission from me, Miss Queen.
Miss Miller, you sure can.
What?
You go right
ahead. Go ahead, Miss.
Don't y'all start. We're supposed to be a serious live now, don't y'all? Ooh, good night. At night, every time I talk to you, you got to go crawl in the bed. Go on, get in the bed then, honey. Thank you for joining us. Go ahead, Night Owl, hit it.
Oh yeah, this evidence. I did see the breakdown of the analysis of the camera, and it really got me to thinking. And like I said before, this was planned. I see no way this 18-year-old young man, with all the things he's done in the past, was able to go on this long with no type of repercussion. This could have been prevented from his family to the grandfather saying that he knocked him in the head, and dopehead Sherrod convinced him not to do it. Then all of a sudden, he able to get in the room, he able to take the baby, he able to change clothes, he able to jog 8 blocks, he able to do a heck of a lot. He was able to do
in a small amount of time.
Right, it makes no logical sense. And again, I would say if I'm wrong and it comes out he was a mastermind, he's a genius. Because you got grown adults that commit crimes every day that can't pull off what he did in a matter of what, a few minutes, hours. Then he disposes of certain things at his home. We don't know where the rest of the backpack and all that said. And
would be so sloppy. It would be just be so sloppy as to leave that stuff in his house.
You know, he's almost committed the perfect crime, and then he just leaves things in his house, knowing that the people at the house can say, "Hey, DB used to come over here or been here, or we told him don't come by here." It was just all too convenient. It's no way he just, I'm gonna go get this little baby tonight. Why would he want that baby that night, that time, to do the things that were done to this baby? Nobody can answer that. But I sure can say that I think Dopehead Sherrod and her son had a part in it. And I'm always say that. You put the babies basically outside to sleep. Let's be real with a garage. A garage is on the outside. It's not on the inside of a house. A garage is on the outside.
Yeah. Well, the sliding glass doors prove that.
There you go, Miss Nancy. And so they love them so much that they outside like raccoons. And no disrespect to the children. I love kids. I go hard for kids. But I'm gonna put these babies I love so much almost outside, sliding doors, garage link chain broke.
And don't forget to say the white kids by a white woman. Bye.
Yeah, you know, the Caucasian. I'm just saying, y'all know garage, and nobody ever thought of that garage is so, but we in love.
But she gonna leave some white kids near a damn open garage. Yeah, okay.
In a hot room.
Everything broke. Bugs flying. They was love though. They was love. Nobody hears nothing. Nobody ever wondered why would 4-year-olds be almost on the east wing of the house, almost like in isolation, and everybody else on the west, the north, and everything else. Nobody ever thinks that the 4-year-old has to go potty through the night. Don't know if they fully potty trained, that the guardian or the person in charge will have them nearby to get them up, especially if they still potty training to go to the bathroom. But you got them outside. That's just how what it is.
And where was Carter coming from that late at night?
Exactly. They just walked this big old mansion all times of night. 4-year-old. I forgot. Hold on. Oh, y'all get me. They were asleep. So are the 4-year-old raising themselves? See, because all this is hard to believe. I've had 4-year-olds. So the 4-year-olds walk in the house by themselves, no supervision. Well, the 4-year-olds watching TV. What's going on?
Well, the next day, not out, the little 4-year-old, didn't he go outside looking for his brother by himself?
I mean, and Nancy, you that's what I'm saying, but everybody wants to say we wrong for how we saying it. It's the truth. Let me just break this down. I'm in the South. If I see a black boy and a half-naked white baby, yeah, I'm gonna call the police right then and there. Something going on. Something going on. And he able to jog 8 blocks, do all his, get back, and then still decide he want to go back. What he going back to do? See, because by now the sun is out or the sky opening up. People can see him. People waking up. People having coffee or meth, whatever they do. That don't make sense at all.
No, ma'am. And then when he was
he doesn't even pick up the baby correctly. He doesn't even pick the baby up correctly.
Like he didn't want to touch him up next to his body.
So I'm trying to understand how y'all doing. Because I said from the beginning, 3 pit bulls. Y'all mean to tell me none of them bald? No. 3 pit bulls. Well, and they didn't see nothing.
I caught it when Kay was giving that interview. When he was doing the tour.
The mansion.
Yeah, the mansion. the empty crib tour.
Yeah,
they slept in there that night. Well, that gave it away right there. That night. Why would you choose those words? That night. Well, excuse me? You know that attorney's going to pick up on that. That night? Well, where were they sleeping other nights?
They was on the west wing. I mean, what was they at the other night? Under the trash? I mean, see, because I'm trying to understand. They just got put outside that night. So I'm going to stop calling it a garage. They was outside.
And why weren't they? Yeah. They
They
should have
can't
never been
read
out
Air
there.
Force.
They should have never been there in the first place.
That's the
Why
point,
would
man.
you put them in an unsecured location?
That
Like,
that that older boy should have been out there. Those kids should have
was they
been in
rambunctious?
the. Don't
Yeah,
matter.
yeah.
Don't matter. They're boys. They're young kids.
Well, but see,
Yeah,
Nancy, we know this is the reason why children are murdered. It's
Yeah.
because they cry, they moan, they do this. But like a doctor will tell you,
Or
a
they talk.
child cries because he can't talk.
Or they start
It's
talking.
common sense. That's what children do. That's what babies do. They cry because they can't hold a conversation with you to tell you what's wrong with them.
that's
Or
why I put it together. That's why I didn't even have to be figuring out like, oh, common sense told me something else was going on, and nobody figured out. They out there that night, and no dogs barking, and the cameras here and there. I mean, it was all too convenient. They don't know they got cameras. They don't know who called. They don't know nothing. They don't know nothing. And instead of you people taking the time to understand, well, why they don't know nothing? She loved them so, but they outside. And y'all worried about.
And you saying it, and guess what? And you telling the truth. And you telling the truth. But see, that's what a lot of people don't want to acknowledge. You want to come in people's chats with all this old buffoonery and haterism. That white woman ain't cared nothing about them white kids. So why don't you checkpoint that?
no, she did not.
She never cared for those white babies. She white, they white, and one is a white dead baby on Monica Lewinsky's watch. Now checkpoint that.
She didn't care for them at all.
They sleeping in a makeshift room that could have been a recreational room, not a child's bedroom. Two itty bitty spiders sleeping together from foot to head, and you thought that was okay. Now you got your hands out, want somebody to give you money, but Queen gonna keep it 100. You were maintaining allegedly before the dead baby. Come on, Queen, keep it real. You go check yourself. You don't come over here. Because I'm woke over here. You ain't.
Exactly,
see,
like I said.
It's your kind. It's what's wrong with the world. That's why them babies dead now. Because of your kind's mindset and mentality. So you think what you doing means something? Queen gonna go to bed and sleep like a fat cat. Meow.
And purr all night.
All night.
Yeah, that's what I'm not understanding. That nobody gets
You ain't
that
concerned about
night
that
and no
woman.
dog barking.
She ain't care nothing about her kids. She ain't never cared about her kids. Let's just go back to the good book. Since you want to come and testify on behalf of Shawing Wing, why the hell was she getting in trouble with the law when she had her own children? Oh, wait.
And who was watching them? Where they daddy at?
This white woman didn't care nothing about her white kids when it wasn't no Carter and Cash.
Exactly.
Did you not see MTV Crib's view of her house? I'll wait. You missed that part.
I know, but she loved them. She loved them.
Lifestyles of the rich in Dallas. My.
Girl.
You missed that part. That white woman was raising her white kids in that mess. And had the nerve to be getting high and accruing criminal records with her white children. To where her white parents had to step in and raise their white grandchildren. Queen's real. See, you ain't woke. It ain't about race, baby. It's about principle.
Has nothing to do with race.
Principle is a white woman checked out. A white man checked out with his kids. That's on God.
And a white baby is in heaven for all of that.
Yeah.
Next. And as far as Special K with the mixed baby, just like he love him some brown sugar, so does his mammy. Y'all can say what you want.
Look, I'm about
I meant that, and her and that boy were messing around. A meth head. will sell their body to a
Yes,
goldfish if
Crystal
they
hit the
can
link.
get $20.
That's the truth. You racist white people want to come here with that BS. Why don't you checkpoint your friend? Because she was grimy off the top. She's been a misfit off the top because, as we have seen, like minds, birds of a feather.
Always
She don't care about herself.
together.
How the hell she gonna care about her kids? So it wouldn't matter if she was Arab, Jew, Muslim. She don't care. The kid's daddy happened to be white. He never cared. That's how they got with Monica Chihuahua in the first place. Stay woke. You don't come over here in this playpen. You can't hang. Because we deal in facts over here. We deal with the real world over here. We deal with what we see and what you brought to the table, Monica Chihuahua. You orchestrated all this because you ran out of breath to the Daily Mail. So y'all want to be mad, you be mad at Monica Chihuahua.
Exactly.
Hey,
She was messing with him.
cheers.
Cheers, salute. Y'all think somebody mama runs out that ain't the mama to tell somebody else? Yeah, he tried to kidnap my baby, but yeah, she got a house full of children over there, and she gonna convince him not to call the police. But yet, then
And a
not
lot
too long after, a
and
baby come up.
people saying that in the chat. That's bothersome to most people. What the hell is wrong with this man to where he would say, okay, I'm going to listen to what this white woman is saying about this black kid, since I'm so racist, about this black kid, and she's aiding and abetting a black kid that's doing wrong. And I believe the granddaddy's Hispanic. So we got all kind of races mixed up in the pot.
Mm-hmm.
Something funky in the trash can.
We got a white woman, a black boy, and a Hispanic Latino man. Come on with it. Lifetime.
Exactly. And y'all want me to believe she loved him. She loved him. Oh my God, she loved him. Let's get her some pizza and breadsticks. She loved him. If y'all don't get out of my face with that foolishness, yet they sleeping outside like raccoons, flies and roaches and crickets and bugs. Right. Okay.
Cramped up in one little bed.
And the crib wasn't even big enough for both of them.
No.
4-year-olds typically have a little bed, not crib. Let me guess. The crib was on the south end of the house.
You know what?
Presidential suite.
Yeah, they had the presidential.
You ain't talking about what was the house called for J.R. Ewing? Please stop. I'm dead. She said the south wing. Girl, if you don't go somewhere. Jesus wept. Crystal, I want you to go up and do something for me.
Okay.
You gotta find it first. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, can't get this like I want.
Let me get my.
Get the paper. Get that
Come on, paper. Come on, reporter. Come on, reporter.
Don't y'all start that mess.
Since they don't understand,
we got more
put it on that
YouTube reporter / YouTube content creator. Can't make this stuff up. Cannot make it up.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all stupid.
Yeah, they didn't. Y'all didn't sleep in the presidential suite, girl. No, ma'am. Nah. They put them. Not. They was on the east wing that night. Everything was booked on the east wing that night. everything. The dogs was on melatonin, everything.
Who said melatonin? Girl, you're a fool. Now, I'm dead.
Now think about it.
I'm dead. Who going to get their dog good vitamins for Walgreens or melatonin vitamins? I'm dead. Hey, please stop.
Think about it. It's nighttime, somebody coming on through there, and them dog pit bulls ain't said a word.
Yeah, Jennifer, you're right. No more wire hangers. Exactly. Krista, what you got to say about this foolishness? These people, I wanted to have such a decent life. It's impossible. Play your background down, baby.
Oh,
it's just impossible. They're so, I've never seen such unhappy people in my. I mean, this world is doomed. I can honestly say, in my right mind, at 50, there's no hope.
yeah.
There's no hope.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't even know where to start.
It went from one extreme to the next.
Yes.
Just you talk about one thing, and then just come in. Being rude. I'm a rude racist.
People take what you say, they take it and they don't understand you.
Well, that's
and it's always gonna be like that. You're always gonna have somebody that don't understand.
This is the crazy part. I had stepped away from the microphone. I was over there doing something.
Yeah. Well, they want to talk about race. Well, then what am I? My mama white and my daddy black. So now am I racist?
Shut your mouth. Go ahead.
Now, come on now. Y'all need to stop with that. See, I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be nice on here. I'm going to be nice because this is your channel. But I tell you what.
They like it ratchet anyway. I realize you can't come over here talking like you from Harvard Law School and educated, because if you talk like that, they'll find something wrong with that. So we just get ratchet. Take your dusty ass to damn sleep and go to damn bed. Ain't you got a job to go to in the morning? Yeah. Ain't you trying to save the world? But
they all on mail.
Yeah, they don't have anything better to do. They want to. It's crazy how people add stuff in and they take stuff out, and it's not the way that they're saying it. They're taking everything and they're just running with it, and they want to think what they want to think, and that's all it is.
That's why I said like that
game. I can't see no hope, Dee Dee. I'm sorry, I can't see no hope. I see the world just as it is. I don't see no hope. It's obvious. You look at how people are vengeful every day. People hate every day. People and you want to sit there and talk about racism. White people hate on black people all damn day. You got the nerve to come over in this chat talking about somebody being racist about that white baby. Man, I don't care about that baby being white. That baby could have been any color.
Exactly. And you said, and you've been saying it. Yeah, that
you've been saying
it's been really, and race doesn't have a part.
I ain't explain nothing about who I am.
Race gonna have something to do with the trial. Let's go and put it on that there, because I think they just dumb.
Yeah.
It will be in the trial.
Yeah.
For all you smart people.
A child was a child. Period.
Yep. I didn't hear nobody talk about were they talking about race with them other cases out there? I didn't hear them talk about that then, did they? No.
Because it's a white baby. The problem is it's a white baby killed by a black man.
That's crazy.
You got to come on anybody content that's black and try to infiltrate and make it seem like they saying something racist. Ain't nobody said nothing racist about that little boy or the boy that took his life. Allegedly, Darryinn Brown did this. But you sure ain't fucking concerned that a white woman didn't have no respect for herself or her kids or them two.
That's right.
She sure did.
She don't care about her damn self. She's staying in trouble with the fucking law and getting in damn trouble with her white kids.
And she should have called the law or somebody when he ran off and left those babies there. Period.
Right.
She shouldn't have had them. She shouldn't have had them babies there to begin with. Period.
Yeah. Nor them dogs.
Damn, you is worried about them dogs, ain't you?
Dogs go fit.
Dogs.
They not fit. They not fit. We do these stories all the time.
I tell you what, that dog gonna do like a dog did in Tennessee a couple years ago. That dog said, I'm gonna chew my damn paw off and get the hell up out this yard.
Right.
Could be.
There was a dog, a town over. That dog said, I'm getting ready to free myself from captivity. They
That's
gonna tie me
sad.
to this chain link and not let me wrong. He chewed his paw off
That's sad.
to free himself.
That's sad.
And you know how it is as far as animal cruelty. These people don't ever get jail time. They may get fined. Don't even be really a high fine.
That's sad.
This dog was miserable. He
I
chewed
love
his
animals.
own paw off to try to free himself.
And
I
that was
love
something
kids
people
and I
need to
love
do.
animals. That's sad.
Chew they paws off and go get some sense.
Now I'm gonna tell y'all something. My mama used to work at a convenience store. She was a manager in a small town, and if she didn't care about the color of a skin of a child, it was a child to
Come on,
her.
Dee.
And when she saw a child walking down the street, and she would see them all ages, she didn't care. She'd go out from her store if there wasn't anybody in her store, and she would buy a sandwich and a drink and take that child something to drink and something to eat.
Yeah.
She did not care. She could not stand to see a kid hurting.
And that's the
So-
same thing with Angela, Crystal, you
And I
me.
do that. I do that too. If I see a kid, I can't handle it. It's just cruel.
And then too, I'm gonna go on and share something personal that I shouldn't even have to share, but I'm gonna share it because you don't know who I'm talking about and you don't know what my baby brother looked like. He don't even want to come to Georgia because of an incident that took place last week with my sister-in-law coming here, and something popped off with her niece coming to pick her up. Allegedly, the car flipped over, the SUV flipped over. Some white people involved, and I don't know what happened, didn't happen. I'm just listening. I'm listening verbatim. But the white people, what my brother's saying, was talking crazy, acting racist. I still told my brother, well, you can't judge what happened on that road to the other white people that live in the suburbs of Atlanta. It's really predominantly black Atlanta, metro Atlanta, outside Atlanta. I don't want to come down there. I don't want to be around the racist people. But if I was a racist, I'd have told him, yeah, stay in Chicago. But you know what I told him? I said, racism is everywhere. There's white folks racist up there in Illinois, and you know that.
Yep.
And you know that. Because there's racism everywhere.
Yes, there is.
Mm-hmm.
There certainly is.
I've been around white people all my life since I came to Tennessee at 11. And I lived in a neighborhood in the ghetto in Chicago. I'll call their name out on a live. Cat was mixed. Her mama was white. Daddy black. They were the only two white families in the hood living. The mama was white. She had a white son. She had a white daughter. And the youngest was a mixed daughter named Kathleen. And we all meshed in that block. No static, no malfunction. Building over was a lady who had two mixed kids, Shauna and Seth. Everybody meshed. So don't you ever come to the Queen talking about no fucking racism.
And y'all already know Queen be cussing, so don't even go there. Y'all already know how she is. So that's what they do. And I got it now, Queen. I got exactly what they're trying to do. I got what they these old trolls, I know what they're doing. They taking what you say out of content, exactly what they're doing.
Because I said,
I'm not gonna name no names.
Look, when I said white kid, I didn't never use profanity when I said the white kid or white kid.
You was talking about something else, and they took it.
But I wasn't even here when the issue of the racism came up. I was away from the computer.
They talking about something that you said last night.
I never even said nothing about no white kid.
I think it was last night that you did.
That's what you doing is you bored. You bored.
Yeah, they're just they're taking what you said out of content. That's all they're doing.
Let me enlighten you. I'm surrounded by white folks right now as I speak. Yeah, that part.
You got one on your panel. They can go kiss my
No.
rear.
I'm talking about where the hell I sleep.
Oh.
Yeah, see.
They're full of it.
You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, that's that, and the problem is people
because you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
They go from this channel, just like you said, and they run out, and then they don't tell all the whole story. Oh no, don't tell all of the whole story. Let's just talk about what this part said, but tell the whole story. What was everything being said?
Well, let me tell you something.
That's ridiculous. That's annoying.
I want to call any race that I want to call out. If I want to tell you who is what race in the story, I will. Because there's always somebody who comes in the story and will ask, what was the race of the person? What was the race of this person? And my thing is, I don't have any problem with telling you. You're going to find out anyway, so what is the big deal? But don't throw that race card at me because I know me.
That's yeah.
And I don't have a problem with anybody. I'm going to keep it real with you since you think you know me. I don't give a fuck about none of you. How about that? I don't give a damn if you black or white. I don't like black people. I don't like white people.
Oh, you just cussed. You just cussed.
I don't like Arabic. I don't like European. I don't like American Indian. I don't like Latinos. I don't like none of you when you're stanky, funky, mangy, black places, channel hoppers, instigators. So if you fit in that box and you a Jew, Arab, black, white, I don't mess with you. Is that clear enough for you?
Thank you.
Ditto.
Them folks, boy.
Ditto.
They doing all this because that dope head wouldn't fit, so they got to deflect.
Well, I tell you one thing, your white babies show love a queen because they come up under my wing like I'm their mammy. I can go anywhere, baby. Grocery store, Walmart, them white babies smile at the queen, and I smiles right back. And how you doing, baby? What you doing,
why?
baby? Huh? Yeah.
You know why?
That's
because that's right. I was getting ready to say they see the spirit. That's why.
You take that old racism talk some damn where else.
Yes.
You want it to be a race issue. You want it to be a race issue because the baby's white and it's a black man accused of killing him. That's what you want.
Yeah, no, they would rather for you to say they would rather for you to call Darryinn black, and that would make them feel better. They don't want you to call him
But he is black.
Exactly.
But he is black.
So that's freaking retarded. That's retarded. People
but he is black.
Y'all sound stupid doing all this race stuff. Y'all sound just stupid. Like my daughter would say, yeah, get a life. Get a life.
Well, I tell you, y'all so worried about who the hell black and white. You ain't put together why all these white and black people were tangled up with one another. Stay woke.
Yeah.
Yeah, you left that part out. Everybody in the story is black and white and tangled up.
No, don't talk about that. Oh my God, no, don't talk about that. You're gonna be racist. Don't say you gotta name everybody by their name. No, black, white, whatever.
Look, everybody in the story wrapped up together, black and white. But you all over here on my channel worrying about me saying that the little boy white. Well, he is white.
Exactly.
Have you ever seen a bunch of snakes mating? They end up in a huge ball.
Well, guess what? You know what? I'm not worried about none of them. Because y'all show been sending messages about this and that. Ooh, the earring fell off. Y'all show been trying to entertain me with that he said, she said on the other people's channel. I'm not interested in what's going on with a certain, what?
Mikey?
I don't want to hear nothing about it. I don't want to hear nothing about it. I don't care. Because like I said, them Satan's children. I don't care nothing about it.
Bunch of snakes and a bunch of ball.
I don't want to hear nothing about no buck cheek lifters. People rub their knees on carpets. I don't care about that. I'm just not interested.
Well, you can't help it when you report the facts.
My channel is not about other RooTubers.
Well, when you report the facts speak for themselves. Doesn't matter.
And people are used to having stuff sugar coated, and this channel's not a sugar coat channel. So that's people aren't used to that. They're not used to people being
real
voices, yes, and not sugarcoating. So if they don't like it, they need to go somewhere else where it's sugarcoated. I mean, it's that simple.
I was raised in the inner city Chicago. I came to the South and integrated into being around white people more than what the two white folks that lived in the neighborhood. and I dealt with life, I didn't have no problems. The white people didn't have a problem with me. The black people didn't have a problem with me. Let me tell you something. I'm going to be truthful with you. I didn't start having issues with white people till I was legally grown. Like grown. Not 20, not 30. Almost 40. So that should tell you something right there. That's why I tell you, speak on what you know, because you don't know what you're talking about. You know what you're talking about. You want it to be racism.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You want this to be a racist issue.
Yep.
Because there's some white people out there now cussing and fussing because it is a white baby and he was killed by this black man.
Exactly.
You get on that news break app?
Yeah, you want it to be racist.
Y'all ain't over there telling them
that. So say that. You want it to be a racial issue.
Yep.
They must don't do the news break app because this their own news break app.
Thank you, Lexi. You want it to
and have y'all seen no comment?
You all are there's no words for some of you. I'm telling you. You up all night and day scavenging channels and YouTube and Facebook all day on nothing. Your ass should be either asleep or going to your damn job.
Pitiful.
But instead, you channel hop and instigate because you're like the people in the story. And you don't see that. I do. Because I'm woke. I know your kind. You just like the people in the story. That's why you come out your slumber like an old dead spirit coming up out the cemetery. Searching for life. Yeah, I'll get educated on you. You searching for life because you dead inside. That's why you run to the lie book part 2, which is YouTube. Because you're dead inside. You can't even function unless you on YouTube. You can't function unless you on the lie book #1, Facebook. Your world revolves around social media. You'd have forgot the numbers on the dial for the local TV stations because you immersed in this BS right here. You see, you are what's wrong with the world. Your judgment is clouded because your spirit is clouded.
I like what Junior just said.
They want to be a racial issue. You'd be surprised how many of those idiots want this charge as a hate crime simply because this child is white. And hey, Junior Lee, that's up to the state.
Yeah.
This is a child on a child crime.
Yep.
Dime a dozen. Thank you, baby. I'm not worried about none of these people. Let me tell you something. Hey, like I try to tell my baby brother, I don't have time to worry about no black-white issues. I let him know that this morning. He was going on and on and on about this, the South being racist and this and that. I let him know, well, I live in the South and ain't nothing I can do about it. Because I don't live my life worrying about no white folks. And I ain't worrying about no black folks. And I get where he's coming from because he's a city person. It's all he knows. It's all he knows. But I don't live like that. I go out my door every day and I mind my business. And I don't worry about getting pulled over by the police. I ain't worried about getting knee to the neck. I ain't worried about no white person saying nothing out of the way to me. I ain't worried about no black person saying nothing out of the way to me. Because guess what? Queen stays to herself. And I ain't saying that a person can't get jiggy. But what I will tell you is I'll get 25 to life if you cross me. And that's how I rock.
That's right.
So long as I'm in my lane, I'm Gucci. Don't you come in my lane. Because you ain't got no business in my lane. Because I'm not bothering you.
Yeah.
It's really wrong with everybody. people want to keep getting in other people's lane, causing mass confusion. And those of you that keep falling in the chat and channel hopping, you are what's wrong with the world. You're self-destructive.
Mayhem and foolishness.
Yeah.
Spawns of Satan. That's what they are.
Yeah, you're miserable. Yeah. That's why you up in the witching hour when your ass should be asleep, trying to hit that horn in the morning. You all over here.
They ain't got no job.
I'm sorry. Them boozles ain't got no Similac in there because I sure feed it to you.
Y'all know y'all like it. History says so.
No, you did not go there.
I wish it, buddy. Oh, I wish it was some Similac and I'd give it to
you. Call it wet nurse.
Queen ain't got no formula in there, but I'd give it to you if I had it. Because that's what you need. You need some baby milk.
Yeah, she calling y'all a bunch of crybabies.
So you can shut your mouth. See, you are what's wrong with the world. The very reason we're talking about a white baby and a black man.
Yeah.
I done had white people go toe-to-toe for me when a black man wouldn't stand toe-to-toe for me. So don't you ever come up in this chat talking that racism card. You don't know me. I treat people accordingly. So if you an ass, you an ass. Spade is a spade.
I almost said something.
Of course, it's always more to a story, Jennifer. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
A lie is a lie. It doesn't matter who's spinning it. You could be black, cold, blue, Arab, Jew. If it smells funky, it is funky. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody's race. If you're a liar, you're a liar.
Exactly.
That's that.
Start from the beginning. That's right.
And there's been so many lies spun in this from the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna bypass all that, huh? We're just gonna bypass that.
Well, I tell you what. Since you all like talking so much about who's racist, all I can say is take your mortgage payments and give it to Miss Chihuahua.
Yeah, do that.
Take your mortgage payments, your car note payments, your grocery bill, your light, your gas, utilities, car insurance, house insurance, your children fund, baby fund, your church fund, the building fund. Go give it to Miss Chihuahua and come back later and tell us how it worked out for you.
Be like Mike.
Yeah. I'm just saying. You want to give to the lady?
Go contribute.
You want to give your money to that white woman? Then hey, write a check. Write out a check, photocopy it, send it to us. We want to see how much you care about America. Oh, wait a minute. What they call the American dream? Monica Chihuahua is the American dream.
Right. Yeah, I don't want that dream.
I was going to say, that ain't my dream.
More like a nightmare.
I don't want no part of that dream.
I'll tell you what, and while you at it, why don't you call A&E or somebody, hoarders, and see if you can get somebody to clean that nasty ass house up? I'll wait. Why don't you call somebody and help your white friend out?
There it is there. That there.
Help your white friend out. Help her clean her house.
Yep.
Yeah, that part.
Mm-hmm.
Now just get a bulldozer and knock it down.
You might go help your white friend out. Go help her clean her house out. And while you're there, bring the Bible out, quote some scriptures, and then go to the CPS office and help her get her damn kids back.
They need to go to the Catholic Church and get a whole bucket of holy water first.
Hmm.
Oh, I forgot. When she goes to court, make sure you're there to vouch for her character to get her kids back. You want to throw the risk? You want to throw
y'all
the
be
party now? Yeah, yeah. See, Queen woke. You want to go to toe-to-toe for that white lady? Go to court with her when it's time for her to go to court and talk to the judge about getting her children back.
Do the people know what it...
I know her, Your Honor.
Hmm.
She's a nice lady.
You know, we got a saying down here. And I think you just opened up a can of whoop.
Wait a minute. What did I say?
I don't want to cuss on your channel.
Beverly, can she cuss?
You let me know if I can, because if I can, I will, but...
Make it brief.
Miss Angela, Miss Queen, I think you done opened up a can of whoop ass on these people.
That felt good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lord, Janet said take a bucket and a mop. That ain't gonna be enough.
Oh no.
You need a power hose.
And like somebody said in the chat, you're right. Where your white friends at? Since you want to make it race about racism, where your white friends to vouch for your character?
They round there at the dope house cooking me.
Look, come on, Cal City. I ain't heard nobody vouch for you, Monica Chihuahua. I went to high school with her. She's really nice.
None of that. But then,
I'm a school teacher. She's got great kids. I'm the neighbor. She's really nice. I work at the local Walmart. She's really nice. I work at the Dollar General. She's really nice. I work at the farmer's market. She's really nice. I'm old country white boy. She's really nice.
Eat my dog. We have our cowboy boots on and go through there and run some trains on that. Oh God, yes we do. We get on the back of that ATV.
Don't y'all start talking about that. You know what's my brother? He's my baby brother. I really wish I could have just taken that conversation because that boy was going off. He started talking about Atlanta this morning, and I was half up. He's like, he said, they got rodeos down there. I said, there's no rodeos in Atlanta. Yes, sir. I thought, oh, Jesus. That baby boy.
I know they have me in Texas.
That baby boy, he's a piece of work. He's a city person, and that's all he knows, and that's the point. It's what you're used to. It's what you've been taught and what you've been afforded. He's not worldly. So Chicago is all he knows. He doesn't know anything else. That's the point of the story. It's what you've been taught. What you've been afforded is what shapes your personality, shapes your disposition.
They used to piss stain sheets and lice filled hoodies. That's all it is. That's just me. I'm sorry. That's just me.
You know what? Look, I know what I'm about to say. Ain't you?
And my mama would tell me that.
Your name is Crystal. I said, ain't you? What is you talking about? I'm dead.
My mama would always say that, and she is a full-blooded white woman. Full-blooded white woman. 100% white woman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, you racist.
Yeah, I'm racist.
You don't call, you don't call your mama white. You up here with us.
Wait.
Girl, they gonna drag us.
Daddy full-blooded.
Why, Millie? Now you cut
Poke
that out,
salad,
Millie.
Annie.
Don't you start that, Miss Millie. That foolishness.
Poke salad, Annie.
I tell you what, since y'all like cracking jokes and coming in my chat, that BS, you be mad when I show you my white husband.
Right?
You so worried about that community post. Look, you so worried about that community post with that black man. How you know I ain't got a white man? Shut up. Look,
They would fall out.
look, wait a minute, Crystal. Like, whoa.
They would hit the ground.
They would fall out.
You don't know right now, ain't a white man sitting up here listening to every damn thing y'all saying, looking like they don't have no idea. They don't.
I know they don't.
Cause you talk too much.
Yep.
You think you know everything.
Yep.
Just loud and wrong.
Now take that and run with it.
Yeah.
That's what
Wilding out.
I'm gonna bring a white man on one day. I'm just gonna bring a whole bunch of white people on the live. We're just gonna let them talk.
Wilding out.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're talking about. You're stupid as hell. You should be concerned about getting justice for a white kid.
Yes.
Any kid.
Yep.
Exactly.
And you're worried about foolishness.
Yep. They automatically, the ones that's talking about it, they already done place DB at Darryinn, black man Darryinn, guilty.
Yep.
Automatically.
Yep.
Automatically, without anything.
Yeah.
Why is that? Because he's a black man. I mean,
Be real.
That's all it is.
Edward. That's my little fan down there, Mr. Edward. How you doing, baby? Thank you so much. Hello, Star. Hello, Dawn. How's everybody doing in the chat? Well, you ain't trying to ignore you.
Judge, jury, and execution.
But you know,
yes, yeah.
I'm going to call Darrynn's attorney tomorrow, which is today. So I'm going to call the law office. Well, I ain't going to call the law office. I've got his number directly, but I'm going to call and see if I can talk to him. Just get some type of commentary.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you can.
Yeah, I hope I can. Because he was very kind to reach out back to me. You all thank Air Force for that, because that's what initiated this.
Thank you, Air Force.
Thank you, Air Force.
Mr. Heath Harris messaging the Queen.
Yeah.
But naturally,
that's awesome.
Everything that has happened thus far pertaining to Darryinn and the evidence, Mr. Harris naturally is working on discovery right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I pray, he will contact me, but I'm going to call him tomorrow early and just ask him if we can chit chat. I bring the commentary to the channel. I want to just let it be a one-on-one conversation. Mm-hmm. No Q&A from you all, because 9 times out of 10, he's not going to be able to answer anything.
No, so. You can't do that.
Yeah.
No. Well, he can't do that. He don't even
tell his plight in dealing with Mr. Darryinn and whatever he wants to reveal to us, me, and then I'll bring it to the channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a video, and then we just go watch it.
Yeah, and I upload it.
Yeah.
And you all
and
eat your popcorn or don't.
Yeah. No chat. No chat down in the chat.
Yeah, because he's not gonna. You already know he's not gonna sign up for the Q&A anyway, because it'll be just as ignorant as we've seen already. People infiltrate and making comments in the chat and all that. No, it won't be that. It'll be an uploaded video, and you'll just hear what Mr. Harris has to say about Darryinn Brown, and that'll be that.
Yeah, that's the safest way to do that.
Yeah, because like John Q said, There's no control once you have a live chat.
Yeah,
because as things go terribly wrong, you can start out with a good attitude, disposition, and then here comes the trolls with the and then you know how I get flipped. And I done lost my momentum when I came in being copacetic, and I don't like being like that. But I've got to say to myself, I have got to say, ignore these people. And that was my plan tonight, was to ignore the people. But I realized the world is miserable. And I see how miserable people are. I live around misery. Like, you know, what happened tonight? I can't go into details of what happened tonight, but it shows me you don't like yourself. You don't have respect for your neighbors. And if somebody came and bust you to the white meat, the first thing you'd say if you could live, I didn't know you understand what I'm saying? I didn't mean nothing. I wasn't trying to harm nobody. It wasn't me. Yeah, but it was you. See? Because like I'm saying, this person right now tonight, she just like the people in the chat. Disrespectful. And if somebody busts her in her mouth, then you in the wrong.
Exactly.
Why you hit that lady? Because I could. That's why the hell I did it.
Because maybe she needed it. That's sad.
But you're not supposed to use violence. But there's only so much you can take. If a person has approached you, if a person has approached you at least 3 times about a certain situation, they should not have to say nothing else to your ass about nothing. But you have people like this. And people in the chat remind me of this person. You're disrespectful. You're disrespectful. And then when somebody, like I said, hit you to the white meat, you all up on Channel 10 News and shit, talking about somebody did you wrong. No, anybody did you wrong. You came to the table incorrect. And you were beyond reasoning. See, that's what people don't understand. You got people in life who will pop off and they don't talk to you. They don't ask you nothing about nothing. They don't come to you and say, hey, why is your dog shitting in my yard? Hey, why are your kids playing around my car? Hey, why are your kids throwing stuff at my car? They get jiggy and they come full-fledged out with the guns, the knife, and they handle you. You see, that's what people don't understand about the world. There's people who don't talk. And that's what you have in the country, rural areas, big cities. There's people who are not going to converse with you. They're going to look and say, she disrespected me. I'm going to handle them. There is no talking.
No communication.
And that's what this chick don't understand. You've been violating from day one. And I shouldn't have to come to you 3 times. You lucky you didn't get snatched raw tonight because I'm afraid of heights and I was on a big ass landing. That's all that saved you. My fear of heights. Because I'm going to fight you on level ground. Yeah, okay, Samantha Q. Nobody cares about what you're talking about, honey.
See, that's what I've realized, the difference between sometimes age. Young folks nowadays, they just, I don't know, when I was raised, my mama would, ooh, Lordy.
Right.
She used to make me go get my own switch.
Right. Oh, well, that's the old folks' way of doing things. Making you switch.
I'll be bawling as soon as she said, go get your switch. I was already bawling.
Right.
And she had no problem sticking her hand in the back seat. That's before we had seatbelts. She had no problem sticking her hand in that back seat. She didn't care who she hit. She just started swinging.
Yeah. I must be popular. They love my chat tonight, don't they? They just love coming here, don't they?
They love you, Queen.
Y'all go back on them other videos and hit the like button. Thank you.
That's right.
You talking all that shit about what somebody said about me, but she was the same bitch trying to get on the panel.
Ooh. Ooh. Mm.
I go back to my other statement about what we have is saying down here.
Now, go run tell that.
You opened up a big can. And she gonna serve it right on up.
Cause I don't jump on everybody's panel trying to get 5 minutes of fame.
Nope. Nor
This
most
is
of the
why we
people.
say that all these folks that be hollering about they love the kids, they love the kids.
Lady, I'm
You
not
don't care
stressed.
nothing
Look,
about the kids.
Queen ain't stressed out about nothing because I don't care. What they need to do is find them something to do. You up in the late night hour, you really ain't no different than Darryinn Brown. Oh, did she say that? She did.
Ooh.
Yeah, that
Are
part.
you peeping in windows?
Ooh.
Breaking in cars?
You all over here in my window.
Ooh.
Knowing mess?
You all over
What
here in my
y'all doing?
look. You all over here in my driveway.
Mm-hmm.
I must be doing something right. What the fuck you doing over here? Ting.
Ting ting.
That part.
Most of the people that come up on your platform are not the people that go up on other platforms
Yeah. But
and
see,
spout off.
so this is what you understand about people. The same ones keep jumping in here with that mouth won't bust a grape if you used to run up on them.
No, now.
Would not bust a grape.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't do nothing. You ain't gonna never do nothing. And you no different than Monica, Sherrod, Mikey. None of those people. You're the same caliber. That's why you hiding behind an emoji in the chat. You're the same character. How did he know what went on? He was sleeping. Well, Barbara, we just gotta pray, honey. We gotta pray. That's it. Gotta pray. So, what's the consensus? How you all feel? Night out. I guess you still on the same. That you believe that this is what a setup.
This was planned because it was all too convenient. Everything fell in place. Like I said, the only thing that threw it out is the baby was placed out there on display. On display.
They had to do that to
Because,
get the baby found, as people said. I agree with that.
but I think that had that not happened, then it would have just been a child missing. A little white child was missing out of a dope head's house.
But see, this is. I want y'all to think about something for a minute, and I've said this already because you always have to go back to the beginning. Only people affiliated with the victim dispose of the body outside in the street.
Yeah.
The stranger has no reason to move the body because he or she is not connected to the victim. So I will kill you where I got you, which is your house, your job. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have no reason to move your body because nobody knows I know you. So I'm going to kill you where you stand, where you lay. Only people affiliated with the victim move the body to set it up like it was an outsider. Come on, Queen.
Yep. Inner circle.
So, although it looks like Darryinn did this, he's a thief, lurker, peeping Tom, whatever you want to call him, it still doesn't make sense to kill him outside. I'm bold enough to break in your house. I'm bold enough to kill you where you lay. Come on, Queen.
Right.
And that's what you got to focus on. I can kill you where you sleep. I just violated by breaking and entering. I got the room to myself. Why not kill you here? and keep it moving.
Yeah. Exactly.
You see, that's where it doesn't make any sense. The Darryinn would take the child out of the house because it is just a known fact. Only people who are affiliated with the victim take the body and dispose of it outside of the house to make it look like an outsider did it.
Right. That's why I said it didn't make sense. Then change and come back.
Mm-hmm.
To cast doubt.
Cast out. Somebody, no matter how, I'm gonna tell y'all, the cards are stacked at the moment against Darryinn Brown, but I go by statistics and common sense. An outsider would not have took the body out of the house
And risk the chance of being seen, or the child crying or yelling.
And Darryinn Brown, you got to weigh that as well to say he know these people knew other children, whatever. He still made common sense would be still kill a baby in the bed and keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Is he gonna jog 8 blocks?
Because guess what? You just told him, "Come on, Queen. I don't want you around my house. I want you to come around." Hell yeah, okay, I'm gonna kill the baby right here. She told me not to come back. They ain't got proof it's me. I'm coming back. Stay woke.
And I'm gonna do it on camera that I know they got in there. I keep telling y'all, he knew the camera was in there before this. If he stayed there.
Why else on the second video would he sit there and look at it and not try to destroy it?
He breaks the other camera, but not that camera.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing he's committing a crime.
Mm-hmm. See, this is where it gets muddy. See, everything is linking Darryinn Brown to the crime, but it's not logical to go take the baby outside, kill the baby somewhere else, dump the baby when I could have did that where the baby lay. That's what's messing up the game.
And pardon me for saying this.
It's sleep. Like,
yeah, and no disrespect against those children, but 2 for 1.
Exactly. I'm angry. I'm bitter. Man, people in this house, Monica, Cameron, whatever the situation is going on. Exactly. Mama used to say it, kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Right. So if I laid the baby outside, I know somebody's gonna see the baby, and I'm gonna go back to do the same crime.
But only people. I'm gonna keep saying it till you get it. You only dump people when you are connected.
Right.
I know what you're saying. Person found because you want to portray that it's an outsider. That's the mind of a fool who don't really know true crime.
Inner circle.
You ain't studied people like a detective has studied people.
Inexperience.
It's your first rodeo. So you think if I take the body, dump the body, they gonna think it's Pookie Ray, some random person. It doesn't work like that.
And they know he's
9 times out of 10, the person who dumps the body is a person affiliated with the victim.
And they know he's been a troublemaker. They know he's been causing problems in the neighborhood.
In my house. He's been in my house.
And he's been a troublemaker in the neighborhood, so he's going to be the likely suspect.
Air Force says Monica the meth head orchestrated the plan of killing Cash. Cameron did the crime, and DB was the Patsy, yes. Patsy, rather, excuse me.
Patsy, yeah.
In the interview, what did you say? KM had an indent on his head from the headband. Damn, I ain't noticed that.
Yeah, he did.
Okay. I need somebody send me that.
When he was outside crying.
Yeah, I need to watch that again.
He does. He has like an indentation across the top of his head where it looks like he's had a headband or something on his head.
Right. So what are we saying? Because we got if we're gonna believe that Cameron did this, just saying how the clothes get in DB's house.
He took them over there.
You got to do better than that, baby. But you got to do better than that because the mama said the boy never left. How did the clothes get in the house?
But then we have to, the mama needs to say, the mama saying that he was there all night. So is the mama saying she sit up 24 hours?
Okay, Bob, thank you. I'm gonna go back and try to find that and watch that.
Because think about it, I can say that my kids was home all night, but at some point I'm going to sleep. So anything can happen when I go to sleep.
What about when?
But you still talking about you got to prove her house is running on the level of Monica's house. Most people lock their doors at night. Come on now.
What about when Cameron was running around trying to find cash? Could he have not run over there and taken them clothes over there?
Okay, what's the distance between his house and their house? They ain't never revealed that. They just said he don't live too far away.
Yeah.
Exactly.
See, we don't know any of that.
We don't know.
And we don't know how they house, you right, how they house operated. But something was going on for him to live at Dopehead house for a good minute. Something was wrong with that. He's schizophrenic, but he supposedly, allegedly, when the story happened, he had decent parents. Now it's like you find out he deal with them. So,
well, like somebody said on the first, Crystal, whoever said, okay, well, what's up with the brother Alex? So I ain't hear nothing about him.
Alex and him supposedly lived with the Pinkertons for the whole school year.
And they had so much money they could take in these extra miles.
Exactly.
Because they not working. So
exactly.
How did they get clothes, food, all these things?
What does
Teenagers
Alex look
like video games, going out, dating, football game, basketball games. They didn't have no girlfriends
That's
or
what
nothing.
needs to be established. Was the state involved in the transference of DB brother to Monica's house versus the Pinkertons while she was incarcerated, uncarcerated? See, it's too much he said, she said.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I had a problem. It's too much he said, she said.
Because for kids to live with somebody for a whole school year, somebody has to legally be responsible for them because the school sent home notes, documentation, papers have to be signed, registration has to be done, address has to be verified.
Well, Air Force, what you got to ask yourself is, somebody come to you talking about bringing some clothes to your house. Aren't you going to inquire about why you have your own room? Why do you need to bring clothes to my house?
Teenagers.
Just saying. Well, you think a person wouldn't be nosy looking in the bag?
Possibly.
I would.
I look in the bag and I see they bloody. Hell to the now. Boo boo, you come back, get your bag.
That's right. I looked in all my girls' stuff.
I'm gonna bring it on to you. Where you at? That's what I that brings up. We need to find out more about that. Like if they went to school and stayed there a whole year, did they go check on them in school? Did they have parent-teacher conference? Did they sign papers? What was going on? What was going on at DB house?
And Crystal, I hear you. People borrow clothes, but we as humans are nosy. We'll leave it at that. Well, bloody clothes.
Not all we can hope for is.
If I peeped, them clothes coming out of here.
DB is attorney's going to hopefully dig into all of that info.
Yeah, because that's something that I want to know. What happened at their house? Because the mama told me he there all night, and I'm like, well,
Well,
you know, eventually.
that's what the footage of doorbell cameras is going to prove. All what we're saying now, as far as people traveling to and fro, allegedly, DB walking down the street with this co-conspirator. I'm surprised none of you brought that up in the chat tonight. Where's the co-conspirator? See, my title was about to close, but where's the co-conspirator at? Because right now, we only have the state versus Darryinn Brown, not the state versus Darryinn Brown, Pookie, Ray Ray.
That's what Night Owl was talking about earlier. Yeah, she was saying that.
So that's what I'm saying. Okay, so where is Mr. Pinkerton? Where is the other person that you just couldn't wait to run to the law book and tell that they filmed this crime, the child was molested, beaten, butchered, but ain't nobody standing up on the dock, on the slab, but Darryinn Brown.
Exactly. And where's that footage? And why hadn't they arrested anybody else? As heinous as that would be, to have something like that filmed.
This is sad to me. You put that nasty ass rumor out there on that live book, and then you gonna come back and say you done went and told that the children was molested, the child was molested. Somebody was in the room filming. They turned over their phone to police, but yet the police has never said we have a second suspect. There's no way the state of Texas can really let somebody ride or die on that charge. I don't know if you told old Darryinn Brown, you getting ready to get something.
Yeah.
Damn pass.
Yeah. I hope he gets something for that. That's a vile statement.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And that's why I say to Mr. Pinkerton, you're ignorant. Because to bring forth this information about child molestation and a co-conspirator, and this information we have yet to hear by local news affiliates. We have yet to hear that the child was molested, that the child was beat. None of that was mentioned. That lady didn't say, "Oh, he looked like he's beat up." You something else. Barbara says it rained all day, rained all week. Okay. I don't have them to verify. Go ahead, Christopher. I'm gonna check out of here. I'm at 258. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just going back on the glasses, the sunglasses that they said. I just find that odd. The reason why? Because
she gonna testify. Hold on a minute. You gonna testify because you subpoenaed. It's up to the judge to say, let him or she step down because they're incoherent. But by law, your tail gonna get up on that witness stand.
That's true.
You can't make no sense. Then it'll be up to the judge to say this witness is incoherent.
He gonna see that.
He can, and DB's attorney can even have her as a hostile witness, cross-examine her as a hostile witness.
Mike is summoned. Well, I don't know if they'll summon him because what really is his relevance to the case but just a dirty root tuber?
He the lover.
He's just a rat. Scurrying for cheese. We need people affiliated with Monica Sherrod to testify. Neighbors to testify.
Well, I don't know though. He may get up there and he may be questioned.
Well, what he gonna say?
I don't know. Who knows? If he knows something, he'll have to testify. He may have to give a deposition first.
That's what I'm trying to say, baby. What is it he can say? He wasn't there He's somebody coming in after the fact.
Yeah, he may give a deposition and it may be all hearsay, and then they may decide, no, you don't know crapola.
Well, I know a lot of stuff's been mentioned earlier in the evening because we're on a new day now. It's Monday. And I ain't indulging in the he said, she said about a clown.
Yeah.
I don't care about what y'all saying about what he didn't do. I don't want this shit on my channel.
Yeah, because he ain't worth your
no, I don't care nothing about nobody
energy.
I don't care about nobody being no knee scrubber or none of that, man. Queen don't care about that stuff.
He ain't worth your energy,
No.
Queen. It's gonna be interesting. All the evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Jennifer, what are you talking about? What type of local story? Crystal?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were gonna say something.
So what I was gonna say was with the sunglasses.
Oh Lord.
Okay, if he has sunglasses on to go in that maze and it's dark,
yeah.
Why do we see his eyes?
I thought about that, and I mentioned that in my live tonight when I first came on. I mentioned that you made a comment about the I word and all that. And see, this is where the arguing comes in with everybody bickering about light to dark clothing.
Mm.
Somebody gonna have to explain to us the cameras and what they actually show, how they show, because different people were refuting what their camera show versus Pookie's camera, because Margaret E came in last night and her camera shows full color. So then somebody else's camera come in and say, well, I had on a black shirt. Is that what I think I said that right? I had a black shirt, but it showed in white, but then my pants were black. My shoes were black, but they showed black. So the person is saying they had on a black shirt, black pants, black shoes. But when they went back and looked at their camera, it showed that their shirt was like a lighter color white, and then the rest was shown black.
Mm-hmm.
I can't deal with it.
Mm.
Why would I be wearing sunglasses and trying to get to the trap house unless he got a photographic memory? Because he should have been said
in the chat, you guys. We've told you don't mention YouTubers. Don't mention their names in the chat.
Yeah, because you're walking in there. You're already walking in there blindsided, right? So you're just going to add to your blindsided by putting on some sunglasses? Are you serious?
That makes no sense. I agree with you. No sense. Because then when we look at camera 2, video 2, you in there jiggy. No backpack, no gloves, no mask, headband, nothing. Talking to yourself or talking to Pookie, Ray, Shamika. I don't know who the hell you talking to. You talking to the damn kid. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, but Lord, what that baby got to say. Shut up.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness!
I know it. It just never.
Thank you.
So miserable. They so miserable.
Oh my God!
They just girl. I mean, just so miserable. Lord have mercy, baby.
Oh my God!
Take a bath.
Oh my God!
Put your ass take a bath.
And wash your feet.
Damn, I ain't never seen nothing like it.
Put a detox on them feet.
You know, Nancy, I love you to death. Oh, you crazy as hell. Oh.
Hi.
Yeah, I said it. I'd probably be saying a whole bunch more if I could see the chat. And it's probably a good thing I can't.
Girl, these people, it's 2:20 in the morning and they just up after they slumber. Just
acting crunk. Where's the crunk?
It's miserable. I never seen anything like it. They're just so unhappy. I tell you what, I wish I had that baby brother up here. Ooh, Lord have mercy. You wouldn't like that baby boy. You think I'm rude. That baby brother.
That boy needs a whole lot of loving.
He definitely ain't what you want. Because he don't pull no punches.
Oh, your baby brother.
Oh, my baby brother. Yeah, he's raw. I mean.
You talking about Buck?
No, not Buck. My baby.
Oh, no.
Yeah, my baby brother. He's the one that you would be like, oh my God. That's why I laugh. When they say I'm rude, I thought, ooh, well, you need to get a taste of that baby Chicago. Your feelings will be ultimately hurt. Because he ain't gonna even flinch when he talk.
He's a real deal.
He not gonna. All I can say is your eyes will water. He's not what you want. But I told myself, you know what I'm doing? Just one day I'm just gonna record us talking. I was gonna record us talking because this morning was a good one that I should have recorded when he was talking about Georgia, and he was going off this morning early. Oh my God, and I was trying to tell him, well, honey, you know, everybody's not the same. I don't go down there, them racist folks. They racist. They racist down there, Georgia. I don't care. I don't want to live down there. That's his opinion. I don't agree with it.
It's true.
That's the point. You can't tell people how to think.
Shoot, you can walk out your door and there's racism everywhere.
And but see, he's raised a certain way.
Yeah.
His mindset is a certain way.
Yeah.
Yeah. See. Thank you, Crystal. I don't have any reason to sugarcoat anything. I bring you facts here. I tell you, I don't dwell on he said, she said, because that's not facts to me. Somebody said something on the live book, and this I can't bring that to you as factual.
I can't understand why people don't get that.
But you want to hear what you want to hear from the story. So then you get mad if a person is not weighing in on what you think happened. So then it's their bias. It's a narrative. It's this. No, I'm just not jumping in head first on what you think I should jump in on. I don't work like that because I know that 9 times out of 10, the people that's involved with the children are the ones that got the children dead. Everybody knows that. That's just not a secret.
Yes.
That's statistically.
That's common sense, but a lot of people don't have that.
Right.
Now, you know
most
that ain't
people
common.
that get a child gone are the people related to the child. Watch the child, with the child, head the child. Come on now.
Inner circle.
Mm-hmm.
And that might be all Darryinn Brown. I'm not saying that it's not. I'm not saying that it's not. All I'm saying is, and I'm going to keep saying this, there's something off with the story.
There's a very slim percentage that it is sometimes an outside person. Very slim percentage.
Thank you, Lucky Charm. And that's the point. Because, see, that's why I know people don't follow the content. They don't read what's the updates about the case. Because when you come in to start going off and going off about stuff and trying to tell me about me and this and that, I know you don't pay attention to nothing. You don't pay attention to anything. And you're really not invested in the case. You're not invested in the kids. You on that he said, she said, gossip, blah, blah, blah. You know, I want to throw the creator under the content. I mean, you know, content, you know, under the bus. You ain't really caring about the kids. A kid. You don't care about the story. You want to be seen. Because if you care about the kids, you'll understand common sense. It's statistically showing people related to the victim are the ones that got the victim dead.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's on God. You say it how you want to say it. You rarely find a child that's got kidnapped by a random stranger out their bedroom, window, whatever. Even if they did get kidnapped, come on, I'm going to say it. Even if they did get kidnapped by a stranger, the stranger watched.
Mm-hmm.
He or she infiltrated by being close to the family and or caretaker and or watch from outside. Mm-hmm. And pounced on the moment to come in to get the victim out of there. But like I said, why take the victim out? If I'm not linked to the victim, then ain't nobody gonna know to come look for me. So I'm gonna kill the victim where I got them.
Yep. I'm gonna do the crime and then I'm gonna get out.
Well, Jennifer, why don't you testify? We don't understand what you're saying. Just saying. I'm 3 hours over. I'm gonna end here, but
well, I kept you company all this time.
Oh, you got girl. Why you ain't holler at me on IG?
Well, I think I got down last night before. I think maybe you sent me something on the private chat and I didn't see it.
Okay. Honey, it ain't my shoulder, right? It ain't my shoulder, baby. It's my left foot. She been acting up. It's probably from me wearing flat shoes because I'm not supposed to be wearing flats because of the plantar fasciitis. So I'm supposed to be wearing, supportive shoes and or wedge heel shoes. Thank you, Deborah.
So if you sent me something in the chat, I missed it. And
Well, what I want you to do is call me on
it.
IG, Nancy.
Call you on IG?
You should know that already, baby.
Girl, I don't know none of that stuff.
Good night, Edward. You know how to go on IG, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, Big Sexy 71. Call me.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Big Sexy.
I been told you that. Because I really don't like putting that out there anymore.
Well, I didn't realize that now.
It causes problems. It's caused problems. So
okay.
I just really don't want to keep saying that on live. It's just
okay. Well, I got it now. Okay.
Yeah, it's caused problems. I want to thank you all for joining me. Thank the mods. This is a harrowing story. I'm gonna get a little more light so y'all can see me. Sorry. Well, I don't know which way to look.
Much love to you, Quinn. I'm gonna get on down so you can do your exit.
Okay, baby. Okay.
All right, bye.
It's Nancy from Oklahoma. Night out. You got anything else you want to say before I check out of here? Well, they all left. What I'm gonna say. Got 162 viewers. Thank you. This is a horrific story about a 4-year-old. And right now it's looking like Darryinn Brown did this. And as I said, I will roll with the evidence. But I'm still going to say something is not right with this story. Because of the lies told by Monica Sherrod in the beginning. Her and her son. Knowing Darryinn Brown. And I have to ask myself, why would somebody lie about knowing somebody who is now a suspect in the kidnapping, burglary, and now death of a 4-year-old? You see, you don't have any reason to lie. You don't have anything to hide. That's just common sense. So you're entitled to believe what you want to believe about this story. The Darryinn did this all on his own. He orchestrated this. He's not schizophrenic. He is schizophrenic. I don't know. I don't have any verification if he's schizophrenic or not. But it's messed up. And it could be just indeed that Darryinn Brown has been used as a patsy for this crime. But what you can't explain logically is blood on his shoes, hoodie, sunglasses found in his house, respectively. How did he get there? He had to have done this. It's in your house. And this is what I tell the people in the chat. If you're going to say he was set up, how are you going to explain the evidence being found in his house? Because then you have to say somebody brought the stuff to him willingly. He received the goods, bloody clothes, items, and or somebody infiltrated his house. And his mom says he never left the house. So what are we saying? Somebody came in. How'd they get in his house? Bring those said items in his house. There may come a point where we're going to have to accept that Darryinn Brown did all this. Like I said, I don't have a problem with that. But I still cannot fathom this woman lying in the beginning, which leads me to think she has some involvement. That's where I have the problem. I have not, Jennifer. I saw the queue. I saw it in the queue earlier. I didn't. I want to thank John Q. I meant to say this earlier, and I apologize for the shout out earlier. Thank you so very kindly. I do my best to try to bring the truth to my channel about a story. But as I state, that everything that is said in a story is hearsay. Because as so long as you're not there, you don't know the people, then you don't know what's the truth. It is somebody's version. So when somebody goes to the news, all you have is what they're saying to the news reporter. It does not mean it's the truth. It does not mean it's a lie. That's all that you have. So that's all you have to go on. And we've learned with court cases that what was told to the news may not be factual. 20%, 30%, whatsoever. But the interpretation is up to you. The interpretation will be up to the 12 members of the jury. And in this instance, there's going to be things that look very grim for Darryinn Brown because of neighbors bringing footage of him lurking, peeping, trying to break into their cars, breaking audio outside their house, cameras. Also, the alleged attempted kidnapping of a 2-year-old child. And now clothes linking him to the dead victim. So it doesn't look good. Mimi Brown. Where have you been? Where have you been while your child has been lurking? That'll probably be my next video. Where have you been while your son has been out here lurking in these people's driveways, backyards? Honey, where have you been? What do you know about your son's activities? Because I'm not going to sit here and think that you did not know that something was up with your son. You know something. Somebody's come to you. It's come to your attention. That Darryinn has been in trouble doing something because, as Nancy said, you just don't wake up, go from stealing to kidnapping, then to murder. No. You know something, Mimi, and you need to tell what you know. Because see, what I'm trying to understand is what happened to your son for him to wake up to be a peeper, to be a lurker, a burglar, vandalizing cameras, kidnapping children, if we're to believe that, and murdering a child. What would make your son want to do all these things and then go to this lady's house and break in, take this child, kill this child? Man, make it make sense. Help us understand why your child did this. Because you see, Dallas dropped the ball with this case. Dallas PD dropped the ball. The man who says Darryinn broke into his house to kidnap his grandchild, he dropped the ball. Anyone affiliated with him seeing that he was diabolical dropped the ball. And that's including Miss Sherrod. You all dropped the ball. And you as a mother should know your child better than anybody in this story. Should have got your child help. You should have got your child help. Because in the end, Darryinn Brown is not a homeowner. He's not a taxpayer. He ain't got nothing going on. So he lived with you in your house, apartment, however it goes. You had to have knowledge that your child was a troublemaker. And you should have put your foot in that boy's back and told him what you're not going to put up with in your house. And perhaps we wouldn't have a dead baby as a news story. So most of you in that area dropped the ball. You are all culpable in the murder of Cash Gurney. Mama, daddy, stepdaddy, Dallas Police Department, the neighbors in the neighborhood, the grandfather of the alleged kidnapped victim, attempt kidnapped victim, you're all in it together. The children's biological parents, Trevor, Belinda, I fought you all because you failed your kids. And now one of them's deceased. And they deserve better than this because they didn't ask to come here. When you're so busy worrying about yourself, you're so self-consumed and self-absorbed because you are selfish. Well, now you're going to have to pay the piper. Trevor, you're locked up. Belinda, I don't know the hell you're doing. Miss Sherrod, I don't even care what you're doing. The neighbors, Dallas Police Department, you failed Cash Gurney. You all failed him. And now you're scurrying around looking for somebody to blame. And I get it. If it's indeed Darryinn Brown, he got to pay the piper. But on your part, in allowing Darryinn Brown to roam free. If you want to donate to my channel, $Big Angie 129 Cash App. All super chats are welcome during the live. I want to thank you all for joining me. God bless all of you. Thank you, John Q, for the kind words. Amen. Thank you so kindly. Thank my mods. Thank you all for joining me. I want to thank everybody, even the trolls, you miserable people. I want to thank you. Thank you so kindly. Because it's the hater that made me greater. Thank you all. There's more to this story. I just got that feeling there's more to the story. And what would be crazy in the end, Darryinn takes the fall by himself. If indeed there are other people involved, he takes the fall by himself. And as I said, it could be he did all of this himself. He is the orchestrator of this break-in, kidnapping, and murder, Cash Gurnan. But I want to see everything. Phone records, video surveillance, DNA. I want to see it all. And with COVID, there is no timeline of a court date. And this could be winded. Very winded. Thank you all for joining me.